What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back here in the basement for another big matchup between the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. We just battled it out on Tuesday. The first place Hurricanes showed why they're in first place. They also showed us why people should be talking about them and acknowledge them as one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Why? Because it's always about the Bruins and the Rangers, right? Bruins and Rangers, Bruins and Rangers. You never hear about them. So I'm sure that goes over not too well with a team that's going to be in first place and took it to a Ranger team that scored 17 goals in the 3 days, 3 games prior to playing Carolina, and they shut us down. We only got 2 goals in that game after scoring 17. 3 straight games we scored 4 goals, 6 goals, 7 goals. Carolina, we got 2, and that was it. So we got a rematch tonight. They beat us in our house 3-2. We're in Carolina tonight. We're going to beat them in their house tonight. We got to take this game. If you're new in the basement, subscribe, bell notice, like button. Keep the basement rolling, guys. Keep it rolling in here. The Rangers just getting underway right now. Flex, first cellar dweller, and first Ozzy in the basement. What's going on, Flex? Brad, another cellar dweller accounted for. Let's go Knicks, too, Brad. Another Ozzy in the basement. Brad, yes, let's go Knicks. They're on at the same time right now. We're doing the Ranger game. It's a much, much bigger game, Brad. Much bigger game doing the Rangers. The Rangers are in third place. They're playing the first place team, Carolina. So this is the bigger game. The Knicks are playing the doormat Orlando Magic. The Magic are no bueno. They are terrible. This is a far bigger game. So at the times, which I never understand anyway, because I know tons of people that are diehard Rangers and Knicks fans, I hate it when they play at the same time. Anyway, when that happens during the season, I just pick the better game. Whoever's playing the bigger game, that's who we do. Tonight, it's the Rangers playing the bigger game, by far. The Knicks have been on a little bit of a losing streak, but they should be able to take care of the Magic and get back on track. Because they've been playing good ball, they just haven't been closing out games. So whatever the case, I'll just assume they're going to handle the Magic. I'll be checking back and forth throughout the night. Anyway, go Knicks. Rangers underway right now. We need this win. And Carolina also, by the way, guys, in the second round of the playoffs last year, the Rangers beat them in 7 games. So Carolina's always been a solid team, and they're just never spoken about that much, probably because they don't have any big-name, flashy players. You know, like they play as a real team. You don't hear any big-time, flashy names like you do on the Bruins with Marchand and Pierre Bergeron, and on the Rangers with Igor and Patrick Kane and Kreider and Mika Zibanejad and Panarin. Like you don't have a lot of those kind of names on Carolina, but yet they're in first place. Isn't that funny? You don't need the big names all the time to be in first place, and Carolina proves that. Enough of me talking about Carolina. That's it for them. We need to beat them, so that's where we're at right now. Please, if you're new, subscribe, bell notice, hit that like button. And Brad, I bet you hate it, man, considering how a big fan of both teams you are. I do hate it. It's so annoying, man. I mean, thankfully, the Knicks are playing, you know what, even so, they're playing a garbage team. Thankfully, they're not playing a big team. Thankfully, it's not a big matchup over there because I can't stand it, man. Even so, the fact they're playing the Magic, if they weren't on at the same time, we'd be doing that game. Yo, you love your teams, regardless of who they're playing. Come on, Igor, get it out of there, man. Let's go. Yeah, man, but both teams are going to the playoffs this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, I'm going to be doing Yankee games. But the New York Yankees are going to take a back seat to the Knicks and the Rangers when we're going into the playoffs. Yankees got a whole season to go, all the way through September and October. So the Knicks and the Rangers playoff games will always take precedent over the Yankees. And that's just the way it is. So playoffs is what's up, man. The season's coming to a close here soon. Come on, man. Clear it out of there. Let's go. Come on. DC, another cellar dweller accounted for. DC in the basement. What's up, man? How you doing tonight, brother? Hit that like button for me, DC. How's it going, man? We're just getting underway here right now. Rangers need this victory. Well, I mean, they're going to the playoffs, but I still think we could have a shot at first place. We could. It's the Carolina, then the New Jersey Devils are right in front of us. And then it's us. But we've been coming on strong. We had a rough start to the beginning of the year, and now we're making up for it. So we'll just see what happens. But Carolina right now, Carolina is at, they did hit 100 points. They're at 100 points. Come on, dude, clear it out. Harper, what are you doing, man? Don't let him skate over there. Hit him. Ben Harper, I like him. He's a good dude. He's a big guy, but he doesn't. Sometimes I don't know if he knows how big he is. Like, lay somebody out when they come near the net, man. What's the matter with you? Anyway, the Hurricanes have 100 points. The Devils are in second place with 98, and the Rangers were at 92. So we're still 8 points behind them. Had we beaten them on Tuesday, we would have been within 6 points. We're with 6 points of second place right now. And guys, just remember the Aussies. Remember, when you win in hockey, it's 2 points. 2 points per win. So if both teams go to overtime, it's 1 point per team. The winner gets the extra point, which would make 2. So that's how that works. So we're 8 points behind the Hurricanes, which means 4 wins. But I'll tell you what, it's a tall order right now, man. Tall order right now. Brad, great win last night, Dave. Oh, Bagger, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Aussie in the basement. Bagger's in the basement. Hey, dwellers, just watch your Blues Cats review. Who provided the highlights to your journey? Believe it or not, man, I was having a hard time with that, Dave. You have no idea how long I spent on that to get that out there and made sure that I'm going to get paid for it. So these copyrights, man, are no joke. They're no joke. It's just a matter of lightening the screen, and it's an AFL video, so it all worked out fine. Once in a while, I'll catch an AFL video, but I do know how to put the writing on it. I do know how to write across the screen in spots. I did a lot of research, a lot of afternoon time, and Bagger and everybody, trust and believe. Frustration was there. Frustration was there, man. I did that video was like 25, 23 minutes, something like that. It took me about 4 hours to get that thing on. Not kidding, not uploading it, just getting it the proper steps and trying to make sure that it was going to work. And it did work. But I know a lot of times I'm going to have a writing across that it's a copyright. That's, all that stuff. Whatever the case, it worked. And that's all that matters, man. It worked. So I'm telling you, this journey, this first season of Footy Journey, we're all on it together, man. I appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. I really do, man, because you got me doing reviews without video with the sports that I know. I got no problem with that. I'm learning the AFL. I'm learning footy. So you guys see with me, I always reference a lot of, back then, or this guy or this player from here. We can analyze, I had a lot of references just in my own head from all the sports I've been watching. I don't have that with footy yet. So when I do it without the video, I have to really study up on the game, the highlights. I rewatch the games, and it's all good because I'm a student of the game anyway. Still 0-0, 13:28 left in the first period. DC, hit the button and doing well. That's right. Everybody hit that button. Great win. Yeah, that was a great win. We can talk about that in a minute. Bruin, another OG cellar dweller accounted for. Bruin's in the basement. Actually, Bruin, you're the first OG in the basement. Brad, how good is oh, man, Charlie Curnow was ridiculous. Those 5 goalies put away because the Cats, they were coming back. Oh, come on. How does he go right past them? Come on, Fox, you're better than that. He went right past you, dude. Come on, Fox, you're not some old skater, man. You're better than that. Come on, man, let's go. Put this, man, Carolina is not joking around. They're in our zone right now, and they're really in our zone. Big Bear, another cellar dweller accounted for. Diehard Ranger fan in the basement. Big Bear is my diehard Ranger fan, man. Always appreciate your support in the streams, brother. What's up, man? Come on, Rangers, get it out. The Carolina has a full campsite in our end right now. Full campsite. You know what I'm talking about. The tents, the coolers, the beers, the drinks, the dogs, the hamburgers. Their goalie, Carolina's sitting back like this, watching his team all the way at the other end of the ice. Just like this. This is Carolina's goalie right now. Because we can't clear the puck out. They're just sitting back. That's what their goalie's doing, laying on a hammock. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. We finally we tried to get out of the zone. They're bringing it right back. Bruins can clinch the division if they win tonight. Dude, I thought they clinched the division at Christmas time. They still haven't clinched? Bro, your team is ridiculous, man. The Boston Bruins, guys, the Aussies. Boston Bruins have 54 wins and 11 losses. 54 and 11. That's Bruins team. Well, hence Bruin. 54 and 11. They are the best team in the game by far. It's 62 wins is the league record done by the Red Wings and the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're gonna go past that. You can go past that. Bruin, man, that's but you know what the curse is, Bruin. You know what the curse is. You know what the curse is, Bruin. One second, Bruin. I got to check something here. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I just got an update here from one of my videos. 1 second. The $5 million ultimate scratch off. There's no one-upping the ultimate top prize. All right, we're getting back on the ice right now, and they'll have and the screen just went out, but that's not me. That's their coverage. Anyway, back to you guys, man. Big Bear, there you go. DC, how about McDavid getting 60 yesterday? That guy's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Connor McDavid, man, I wish he was on my team, McDavid. That dude is lighting it up. He could be he's the next guy. Is he going to be another Ovechkin, Yaga? I mean, I'll never say another Gretzky because I don't think there'll ever be another Gretzky, man. The dude's got 61 records. Big Bear, screenshot your live stream announcement on YouTube and then post it in the New York Rangers Facebook group I'm in. I'm a little less concerned about the Rangers beating the Hurricanes and more concerned about them staying healthy. At this point, you're right. You're right, Big Bear. I just like beating Carolina anyway because they talked all that smack last year when we were going to meet them in the playoffs. Talked all that smack. And what happened? They lost. They said we could never beat them in their house because no one beat them in their house in the playoffs until we came along and we beat them in 7 games. In a 7-game series, we beat them. Give me Rocco. Basement mascot. Basement mascot wants to be acknowledged, as you all hear. Rocco in the basement. Bond, g'day. Bond, another cellar dweller accounted for. Bond's in the basement. What's going on, Bond? G'day, Johnny Dweller. Specky that like button on your way into the basement. That's right. Bruin, I know, Johnny, no one else has clinched a playoff spot yet. I know. Now, Jimmy VC, great hit. Great hit. Wow, is he hurt? Oh, he hit Drury hard, man. Drury's face went right into the wall. No penalty, legal hit. He danced around with boarding. It's very close to boarding. If you guys, Ozzy, boarding is where a guy will be like going for the puck, like right here, or going for the puck, and his head is this close to the board, and someone comes up behind him and just drills him in the back, like drives him into the boards, but you can break your neck. So that's a major penalty. It's a big-time penalty, boarding. So that's what that is. Where are we at? Yeah, Bruin, you know what the curse is, and I've said it in here before, but I'll say it again. 10:19 left in the first period, still 0-0 tie. The Rangers are about to go on a power play. Carolina's got a power play right now. I mean, the Rangers are about to have a power play. Anyway, you already know the all-time wins record for hockey, basketball, baseball, and football. The teams that won the record for most wins in the season for those sports did not win the championship for those sports for that year. That is a crazy stat. Dominate the whole way through the season, set the record, and then lose in the playoffs. The Red Wings and the Lightning didn't even make the finals that year that they won. We've been over this. It's just an amazing stat. Raleigh, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Raleigh's in the basement. What's up, Raleigh? Love the AFL vid reaction today, even though I was still confused. Raleigh, get into the sport. Mr. Marine, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Mr. Marine's in the basement. How you feeling today, man? How you feeling today, Mr. Marine? You having a little bit of a better day? Bruin, I'm doing good. And you? Bond, Mr. Marine, good day. How you doing today? Rocco on board in the basement, loud and clear. Yeah, he's awake. He's awake, but, you know, that's the basement, man. And he's 11. He's got energy that lasts a little bit, man. But then when he's wiped out, you guys know the story. Wiped out, he's wiped out. Baga, Rocco, yeah, tired, Bruin. How are you doing? Oh, man, yep, you'll get through it, man. 29th, almost here, Mr. Marine, 29th. Trey, Johnny, no overtime tonight. I'm calling it. Yeah, no overtime, man. We don't need any overtime tonight. Drew and Trey, welcome back into the basement. Another Cellar Dweller accounted for. Trey's in the basement. Drew, what's going on, man? Drew, I'm not even following the Rogers thing at Rocco. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on. Drew, I'm not even following the Rogers thing anymore, but why wouldn't they be getting Rogers? The Jets have all the leverage. The Packers don't have any leverage. You know what the Jets could do? They could turn around, hand 2 first-round draft picks, and whatever else they want, get Lamar Jackson. And the Packers are going to be stuck. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be stuck with Rodgers. They're getting everybody that they need for Rodgers. So, first of all, Lamar Jackson was the guy I wanted anyway. But where else is Rodgers going to go? The Packers don't want him. They don't want that $60 million. They're just trying to play hardball. I'm so over that whole thing, I'm not even worried about it, man. So, if you're following it, give me updates as we go along. Because I'm not really following it anymore. There's nothing to follow. Bruin, hard. Everybody's hating on the Jets, though, because if they do get him, watch out. Bruin, hard to forget the curse when you're practically beating the dead horse back to life. I know, right? I know. It's crazy, Bruin. It really is, man. Nathan, another Cellar Dweller accounted for. Nathan's in the basement. Hey, Johnny, what's up? Watching the NCAA tournament. The Wild are on, too. Checking in to say hi. Thanks, Nathan. I appreciate it, man. Hit that like button, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. I know there's so much stuff going on now, man. The AFL, the NCAA tournament, just tons of stuff. Bond, great game of footy last night. I tipped Carlton, so now me and Johnny are on 7. I'm leading because of points. Man, I switched that at the last second. I shouldn't have. I was thinking Geelong is a defending champion. I know they lost Stewart, but the Koning was back. I said, you know what? I switched it right before I went to sleep last night because, the game started at 4:30 in the morning, mainly 4:35. I switched it right at the last second, man. I shouldn't have, Bond. I would have still been in the lead. I know better than to do that stuff, man. I know better than to do that. Bond, great. I read it was an awesome game, too. But I talked about, man, that's what happens when you let a team hang around. They were letting them hang around. Geelong just – look at the fourth quarter. They outscored Carlton 22-7 in that fourth quarter. But there was a couple of times that they got behind. If they were goals, the Cats might have won. If they were goals, they would have won. So I think, like I was talking about, teams go on this prevent defense thing. And it's almost like, hey, we got this monster lead, so let's try to maintain the lead, instead of just doing what got you to that lead. You know what I mean? NFL does that all the time. They'll have the defense will be going and aggressive the whole game. And then, like, when the game's getting ready to end or get halfway through the last quarter, everybody drops back. Everybody drops back and plays prevent defense. What does prevent defense equal? You prevent yourself from winning more times than not. So that was an awesome game, man. I thought I was going to see my first amazing comeback, 28 points down. So this morning I was on it, man, with you guys. It was a great game. Bruin, Rocco, yeah, you hear him, man. He's trying. I just let him. I'm listening to Rock, Mrs. Basement, who tells me just ignore him and he'll stop, and he does. He went back to bed. He gave up. That was it. He gave up. Mr. Marine, Knicks play. I know, Mr. Marine. We were just talking about this, man. Me and the guys earlier. I hate when they put the Rangers and Knicks on at the same time. When they do that, you guys know I always pick the bigger matchup. The Knicks are playing the Orlando Magic. Just an NBA doormat, year in, year out. Doormat. So the Knicks will break their 2-game, their little losing streak they're on, and they'll take care of them. So the Rangers Hurricanes are a much bigger game. So that's how we got to play it. They better not do the playoffs at the same time. I don't think they will, but they better not. Drew, it seems like Packers are kind of holding out, hurrying the process, but I'm reading Hopkins might be a Bill soon. Yeah, Drew. D-Hop goes the Patriots are going to be in last place, man. They're going to be in last place. They're just going to be in last. Did you see Ezekiel Elliott? Jets and Bengals are the two teams he wants to go to. Everybody wants to come to the Jets now. Now, even if they didn't get Rodgers, they will get him. But if they don't get him, it's because the Packers. Our GM, Joe Douglas, is a hoarder for draft picks. He's a hoarder for draft picks. He ain't giving up that 13th overall pick. He's got a couple more now, 42nd and 43rd in the first round. Clear that out. Come on. Let's go, Vinny. Bring it up. 7:13 left in the first period. Come on, Rangers. Let's go. Stay on them, Trouba. Stay on them. And Big Bear, back to your point, you're right. I don't want any of our guys injured. We're already going to the playoffs anyway. Whether we're in first, second, and third doesn't matter. So I agree with you there, man. I'm worried about major injuries, especially to Mika. We cannot lose Mika, man. He's the most important guy on our team. But, yeah, Drew, you know what? They keep playing hardball. You know what the Jets should do? They should be like, hey, man, they should just inquire about Lamar Jackson. Just inquire what they would want. I mean, remember when Rodgers, think about it, man. People are like, oh, just give him the pick. Why just some Jet fans like just give the Packers the 13th overall pick in the first round? Why? Before Rodgers went into that cave, the darkness, for his 4-day thing to think things over, he said he was 90% sure he wanted to retire. Why are you going to give up a first? Why are you going to give up something like that? We're already taking on his mega $1 million contract. Now you're going to take on a first rounder for a guy that maybe, regardless of what we do this season, if we win the Super Bowl, he'll definitely retire. But let's say we don't. Who's to say he's not going to retire next year and you gave up a very high first-round pick? The Packers need this done. There's no other teams involved. They don't need the Jets to turn around and go after Lamar or somebody else, because then they're going to be stuck with Rodgers and have to pay that money. So there's not a lot of leverage the Jets have, but they do have that, because you don't need a superstar quarterback to manage what we got going on with the Jets right now. Mr. Marine, Johnny, Jets should move on from AR, go after Jackson. I wanted Lamar all along anyway, right? Lamar Jackson, you could sign for 8 years. The guy, and he's a locker room, great teammate, great leader. Listen, don't get me wrong. They get Rodgers. I'm not going to be crying about it. But with all the stuff that we're doing, you better win the whole thing. I think they're going for what Brady and the Bucs did. Get it out of there. Every time I'm looking at the TV, it's in the Rangers zone. Rangers zone. Rangers zone. They cannot clear this puck out. Cannot clear this puck out. Come on, guys. Let's go. I agree with you 100%, Mr. Marine. That's who I wanted. And I think that would make the Packers very nervous if the Jets did that. If the Jets did that, it would make them very, very nervous. Like, hey, they're talking to Lamar Jackson now. Because the Packers already have their quarterback, Jordan Love. So they think that the Jets are super desperate. The Rams were willing to trade Matthew Stafford. I mean, you don't need a superstar to do this. And again, don't get me wrong. When you get Rodgers, I'm not going to say I wouldn't be excited about it. Yeah, I'd love to see what it looks like. Trey, look at the Kane trade. If a guy wants to play for a certain team, there's only so much the Packers can do. Right. This little grudge match that's going on is just stupid now. It's stupid. It's stupid by the Packers. I don't get it. If Zach Wilson was even half of a quarterback, we wouldn't need anybody. The guy can't even hit the Guernsey back there. He couldn't even hit it from here. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, Trey. I agree, man. Look at the Kane trade. Kane wanted to go to the Rangers. Chris Drury made that happen. It's a good point, Trey. It's a really good point. Patrick Kane wanted to go, get me over to the Rangers, and that's it. And they made it happen. How long did that take? It took about 6 weeks or so to get him on the Rangers. And the talks started way back. But when it actually got in motion, I mean, it took about 6 weeks to get going. Bond, never change it. I know, Bond, I know. And you know, when I changed it, that little voice was like, what are you doing? That's why, Bond, more than ever, I was a Cats fan at the end of that. I mean, like I said, I was a Cats fan at the end of that game. Like, come on. You guys know we're in the Discord. I'm like, come on, I'm leading the tipping right now. Well, now I'm not, but we're still up there. Metallica Stallica, another cellar dweller accounted for. Metallica, man, what's going on, brother? Want to stop in and say hi and hope. Oh, man, the Bills signed DeAndre Hopkins and you got Stephon. Woo-hoo! That AFC East is going to be rocking, and the Patriots are going to be in last place. There's nothing better. That's going to be a lot of fun. Nathan, never mind. ESPN, yes, go wild. Ty 1-1. I'm jealous because I like Ryan Reeves and I like Matt Zuccarello, man. And I like Marc-Andre Fleury. Wild would be a team I could see myself going for in the West. I don't care about too many teams in the West, but the Wild, there'd be a team I would go for. Just because there's a few players on there that I actually like. Big Bear, I'd argue that our third and fourth line guys are just as important not to get hurt. Oh, no doubt. Our third and fourth line guys, Big Bear, you hear me say it all the time. Our bottom six is a top six on most teams in the league. Our bottom six is seriously, and you know it. Look at our fourth line. Our fourth line brings more pressure than most of our top lines bring. Come on, man. I saw this coming. Saw it coming. They've been living in our zone. Man. Come on, man. I knew it was going to happen. I was trying to stay positive and not say, all right, they've been in our zone since the game started. But I'm not going to say I know a goal's coming. I left that alone. I was going to say, nope, Johnny, we're going to be positive. And look, it happened. I knew it was going to happen. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Mika, Trouba, Fox. Why did nobody press up on him, man? Big Bear, Mr. Marine, you guys are watching this. Why are these three guys, Trouba especially, right in the middle? Fox and Zeb, they're all skating back, and Aho just coming right up on him. How come no one pressed up and laid him out? Why are they letting that happen? Where is the defense? That is unacceptable, man. That was unacceptable. How are you letting him skate right at you and no one's taking a shot at him? There's three of you. What's the problem? What is the problem? Look at that Trouba. Look at Trouba right there, man. Why aren't you putting him on the train? Why are you not putting him on the train? Come on, man. That was ridiculous. That's unacceptable. Drew, so you said earlier that the Jets are going to be scary if they get Rodgers. It's true, they are. But remember, he wanted all the weapons he had in Green Bay, but he also complained that he had no targets. Well, the Jets only really got Alan Lazard. It's actually who Rodgers really, really wanted. Alan Lazard. Cobb, we're not going to get Reggie Cobb was a great receiver a few years ago. We're not going to go out and get him. He didn't have all the other guys, man. Lazard is the guy he really liked the most, and that's the guy the Jets signed. We already got Garrett Wilson. We got Breece Hall in the backfield. We got some receivers, man. We got them. So that whole thing about not complaining and all that, we're not taking all the guys he didn't want. We're taking Lazard, and he really likes Lazard. That's the guy that the Jets took. They ain't running out and sign a Reggie Cobb. I almost say Randall Cobb. Reggie Cobb. They're not going out there and sign a Reggie Cobb. They're not doing any of that. It's a wish list, but they got Lazard. That's the guy Aaron Rodgers likes the most. It was one of his favorite targets. But we're not going to get an old guy like Cobb. No way. And he's got all these weapons over here and an elite defense. So the Jets are going to be scared with Rodgers. I just wanted Lamar because it's going to be longevity. Rodgers flash in the pan. They're going to do all this. They got to get the ring. Nathan, and now twigging a streamer watches on too, so I don't know what to do. Wow, Nathan, we appreciate you bringing in here with us, brother. We appreciate you being in here. Drew, Zach Wilson gets the hot. Now, listen, if you want to talk about go to soccer mom, Zach's your man all day. Zach is your man all day. That's the guy. And I was saying the other day, think about the Jets quarterbacks, the partiers, Namath, Sanchez, Zach, Sam Darnold, the bookworm. He gets mono. Not those guys. Sam did. I say it a lot in here because I just think it's like, how funny is that? These guys don't get anything. He's a good guy, a good time. Good stuff, Drew. Good stuff. You know what, Drew? That never gets old either. It just will never get old. You remember the old from American Pie when they're looking at Stifler's mom, they're like, move, move. I mean, all the memes, all the gifs, all of it. Zach was in all of those, and they're nonstop funny, man. They're just always funny. Mr. Marine trying to feel happy just watching Beavis and Butthead for the rest of the What do you want? The new movie? How is it, man? I always love Beavis and Butthead, Mr. Marine. 2:47 left in the first period. Carolina's up 1-0. They have 10 shots. We have 3. We have 3 shots. 3. Remember what I told you? What was Frederick Anderson, the goalie for the Carolina, doing? This is what he's doing in the game. He's in the hammock sipping on country time lemonade. That's what he's doing back there. Because we don't put any pressure on him tonight. Early in the game, I know. I'm just saying. Then the Rangers game next hospital doesn't have MSG. Have to listen to the game. Yeah, Mr. Marine. I have a couple channels I can get the Rangers in on. My original Ranger channel is showing the Knicks game. I was like, why is my Knicks channel keep popping up? I didn't even know I was on. What's going on with the MSG network that the Knicks are playing on the Rangers channel? I don't understand why that's happening. Nathan, the Flyers scored. Fan base goal leads the game streak to 4. The Flyers aren't they're irrelevant right now, Nathan. They're not going anywhere. So the Wild, if you're going for the Wild, they really should be able to beat them. Metallica, Pats lost nothing. Pats last, nothing better is right. Right. And they know they're going to be in last place. Now, the Patriots, I'll give them, their defense is good. The defense is good. They are. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Bill Belichick, they wouldn't even won 8 games last year. They wouldn't even won 8. Think about this, man. With all the mess the Jets had on offense, not bad offensive line, a lot of injuries, and we have no quarterback. And yet the Patriots had a full team, and they only beat us. They were only ahead of us by 1 game. By 1 game. Now we're loading up. Did you see Ezekiel Elliott wants to be on the Jets? It's one of his teams. Breece Hall already put out a tweet. We're good. We're good. We're good. Him and Michael Carter, the other running back, like, yeah, I think we're good. They were tweeting back and forth to each other. Yeah, I think we're good. We don't need anybody else. I don't want Ezekiel Elliott on the Jets. I don't want him. Don't want him. He wants to be on the Jets and the Bengals. I don't want him. Trey, Zach Wilson is the real-life version of Uncle Rico. What'd he do? I put it right over them mountains, right over there. And he did all that. And then he threw it like a little whip. Who's better than Uncle Rico? Oh, Uncle Rico. Right, because Zach can throw the ball a mile. He really can. He just can't throw it 5 feet in front of him. Insane. Right, can throw a football over the mountains, but he can't hit a check down. That is, man, Trey, you nailed it. You nailed it, man. You nailed it, man. Good one. Raleigh, I'm watching the Knicks game. If you need updates, please update me as you're going along, Raleigh. Please update me. And I would expect the Knicks can beat the sorry Magic. But you know how we do. We like playing down to our competition. Truba, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Truba in the basement. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Big Bear, we aren't playing with enough physicality. No, how does Aho skate right at Truba? Adam Fox is right here and Mika's right here. Mika's not a defenseman, okay, but I mean, You have 1, 2, 3, and Aho is skate right at him. Why is nobody laying this guy out? Why is he getting a free shot? And he scored. 24 seconds left in the first period. We're being outshot 11-3 and down 1-0. But it's early, guys. It's early. It's early. Nathan, isn't his name Randall Cobb? Yeah, it's calling him Reggie Cobb. It is Randall Cobb. You know, Reggie Cobb was an old-time running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Reggie Cobb passed away a long time ago. I don't know why I'm calling him Reggie Cobb. Randall Cobb. Yes, Nathan, you are correct. Drill, you had EJ. Oh, Elijah Moore. Can't believe he's traded. I'll get back to that in a minute, Drew. I have a comment on that one. I'll be back to that one in a minute, Drew. If I, for some reason, don't bring it up again, say, hey, Johnny, what were you going to say about Elijah Moore? I'll get back to that. Truba's in the basement. OG in the house. Big Bear, sup, Truba? Things aren't looking so good for the Rags tonight. Mr. Marine, Truba train, all aboard. I wish Jacob Truba put Aho on the Truba train, which is what he should have done. Should have put him on the train. I can't believe that he allowed him to get past him. It's 1-0, end of the first period, guys. Plenty of game left. Big Bear, sup, Truba. I just read that. Mr. Marine, I read that. Truba. Rory just drove it 375 yards. Wow. That's a monster shot. Not a big golf fan, but I grew up with a father that was. My father loved golf. Absolutely loved it. So, you know, when we were younger, there was no remote control and all that. And when I was younger, I was the remote control. I'd have to get up and turn the channel. What channel you want? And that's it. What was on. Boondy, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Ozzy in the basement. Boondy's in the basement. Morning, mate. This is my morning ritual. Love this community. Yeah, we love having you in here, too. 7:45 p.m., Boondy. It's 7:45 p.m. Hey, I responded to you on IG, Boondy. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was sitting in the DM for that long, Boondy. I responded back to you, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm new with the social media and I'm busy, man. These guys will tell you, though, I always get to it, man. I might get to it same day. I might get to it a month from now. I didn't even know it was in there, man. I saw it and I responded to you today, Boondy. Thank you for contacting me. I appreciate it, man. Sorry it sat so long. Big Bear, bad penalty by Zibby. Oh, big time. I'm going to use Truba's word. I've been using it a lot this week. They're looking lethargic out there today. And Truba, by the way, first Long Islander in the basement. I love. Where's Gardini? Oh, Gardini doesn't really come in for hockey games. That's the one sport he doesn't know too much about. But at least he admitted it. The rest of the stuff he's good on. But he should be in here learning. Boondy, what time is it? I just answered that, right? 7:47 p.m., 7:50 p.m. Bond, catch everyone later. I got to go fix my daughter's car. Hey, that's what dads are for, right? Have a good, everyone. That's right. You got it, Bond. That's cool, man. Go take care of your daughter's car, man. I get it. Hey, I got an adult daughter too, man, so I get it, man. I get it. You got it, man. You have a good night, Bond. You're a great guy, and I'll see you in the Discord. Brisbane, Melbourne, let's do it. I'll be up. Game starts at 5 in the morning for me tomorrow. That's good. I get an extra half an hour of sleep. Trey, I couldn't get up this morning at the start of that game, man. The Knicks game went on and on, guys, and I wanted to get up the first quarter, man. I got like 4 hours. When all said and done, I got like 4 hours of sleep, but I got up because I told you guys I'm taking it serious, man. I want to be parts of these games, and in the Discord, you guys help me out a lot. But I just read that. Trey, Elijah Moore's loss can be fixed by signing OBJ. Requested a trade during a 4-game winning streak. Selfish play, in my opinion. Yeah, I was going to get back to Drew on that. Drew, Elijah Moore's big problem was, and I know they kind of gave him away, and I do think he's going to have a lot of potential because when he played with Mike White at quarterback, man, he had a lot of breakaway abilities, and he did in his first year too. A lot of yards after the catch, a lot of good moves, but he's a disgruntled dude. The Jets were on a big winning streak then before the Jets collapsed. They were hitting on all cylinders. Breece Hall, Elijah Vera Tucker, everybody was playing on hitting on all cylinders. And he demanded to be traded because he wasn't being thrown to by Zach. Now, listen, we're all human. I get it. You want to show your stuff. You want to show your skills. Team's winning, and you're not a part of it. For whatever reason, Zach wasn't throwing to him. I mean, he wasn't throwing to much of anybody, but you know what I mean. So I understand the frustration. But if you seem like you're even going to be a locker room cancer when this team has finally turned a corner, finally shows signs of winning, and you're going to be – frustration's fine, but you're going to turn around and start saying, I demand a trade. I want to be traded. That sits with GMs, man. And you know what? Now we had to clear space. We had to clear space. See you later, Elijah Moore. Now, do I think he's going to be a great receiver? Yes, I do. I still think he's going to be a great receiver. Is that something we might regret down the road? Sure. Somebody tweeted out today, too. Nobody in here. But I thought this was kind of funny. They traded away Elijah Moore, and this guy tweets out, look at the Jets, can't develop young talent, so they just get rid of them. Jets could never develop young talent. I'm like, except for the offensive rookie of the year, Garrett Wilson, except for the defensive rookie of the year, Sauce Gardner, except for Breece Hall, who they drafted, got 5.8 yards per carry average before he got hurt in week 7. Now, if you want to sit there and say the Jets can't develop quarterbacks, then you're talking about something real. But to say we can't develop young talent after the season they just in the draft they just had, that was a ridiculous tweet. It was really ridiculous. I couldn't believe the guy said it. Can't develop young talent. No, they didn't trade away Elijah Moore because they couldn't develop him. They traded him away for those reasons. Now, I think Joe Douglas and his team had such unity this year. And big shout out to Robert Saleh. When the Zach Wilson thing, when he had that horrendous game against the Patriots and the defense shut the Patriots down, and because of Zach Wilson and the interceptions and the bad play, when they asked him, do you think you let the defense down today? He said, no. That pissed the defense off, a lot of players. And you know what Robert Saleh did? Benched Zach. That's what you do. You lost the locker room. It's one thing if you're young and you're struggling. It's a whole nother talk show when you're young, struggling, and talk crap about your teammates. Saying, no, not me. Listen, you're the captain of the team as a quarterback. Even if it wasn't your fault, you stand up and make better statements than that, man. This ain't Utah. This ain't Brigham Young anymore, man. You're in New York. And New Jersey, for all the guys who go, oh, no, you're Jersey. Listen, forget all that stuff. You're in the New York media. Can't be saying no. Can't be saying this. There was even a time where Denzel Mims and I believe it was Garrett Wilson, they didn't even call Zach out by name. They just said, our offense is better than this. We practice better than this. We shouldn't be looking like this out here. We should not be looking like this. Never said Zach's name. When Zach was asked about what they said, did they agree that the offense needs to pick it up? You know what he said? I'm tired of their mistakes too. Like, dude, no one even mentioned your name. So Robert Saleh took the reins and benched him. That's the right thing to do as a head coach. A lot of these coaches today wouldn't do that. The coaches I grew up watching, Bill Parcells, Dennis Green, guys like that, they would have benched him, man. They would have benched him and ragged him out, man. They would have to the media. This is exactly what he would have done. These coaches today, not a lot of guys would have done that. I gain respect for Robert Saleh for doing that, man. So Zach is, I think that's about all I got on Zach. Big Bear, Sup Truba thing. Oh, I read that. Oh, okay. It's not moving. Bond, Trey. Yeah, Trey, just to end that, I think they see a locker room cancer. And I don't blame them for the Zach thing. But, dude, you got a whole changes going on now, man. So, hey, listen, Elijah Moore, I wish him all the best. I really do, man. And I tell you, he might turn out to be a great receiver. He really might. Bruin, Tyler Bertuzzi scored his first goal as a Bruin. It was a weird one. Wow, Bertuzzi. Remember his dad played, man. We're getting old. I'm getting old. Boondy, that's cool. Thanks for your response. Definitely collaboration on Frio versus the Lions. Now, Boondy, you got to remember, man, I'm trying to get a little soundproofing on the door here because, remember, Boondy, 4:30 in the morning, most games that start here, 4:35 in the morning. So I got a wife, I got a son. I'm not the only one that lives in this house. And you know me, guys, I get loud. Now, we can work on that. But Boondy, yes, man, I really appreciate the offer on that because you guys have been tremendous for me and helping me out, man. So I got a couple of people that want to do that, man. So we will definitely link up, man. Boondy, can you put a link in for? Oh, yeah, I'll do that right now. You guys get used to me, man. You'll get used to me start talking and then I'll forget. Come on in, Boondy. I'll be up in the morning watching that Brisbane. We're all in the Discord. Me, Flex, Bond, Wayback, Anthony, a whole bunch of guys, man. It's a lot of fun. Boondy. Boondy. There you go, man. Right there, Boondy. Click in, man. There's probably people in there right now. Where will I leave off? Boondy, that's read that. Bruin, read that. Ted, another cellar dweller accounted for. Ted Nasty's in the basement. What's going on, Ted? That's right, the King, man. It's my favorite New York Ranger. Got a few of them, but King Henrik, man, Henrik Lundqvist, man. Talk about a guy deserving a ring, carried the team on his back. You know it. Ted, Kane going to get a hat trick tonight. Let's go, man. We need something out of Kane, man. We need something out of Kane. Let's go. Bruin, I remember Todd. Oh, Todd Bertuzzi, man. I know that's how I know I'm getting older, man. I'm like, these guys' kids are playing. Michael Nylander, I remember his. I mean, come on, man. I remember his father playing. Like, this is it's crazy stuff. Like I said, I remember when Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. were in the same batting order for the Seattle Mariners, man. How proud you must be as a father playing in a major sport. And before you retire, you get an opportunity to play with your son. Gordie Howe played with his sons, too. He played with his sons, too, and I believe that was on the Hartford Whalers. Hey, man, you know, that's awesome. You can do that stuff. Ted, yeah, Todd was on the Red Wings. Yep. Yeah, he was on the Red Wings. Did he play for the Canucks also as time went on? I think he played for a couple teams later on, but yeah, he was on the Red Wings team that was like nobody's business, man. Trey, Todd Bertuzzi should have been banned from the league. He ended Steve Moore's career over a clean hit on Marcus Naslund. Yep, you are 100% correct, Trey. Remember Marty McSorley? While we're speaking of dirtbags like Bertuzzi, remember Marty McSorley and that stick hit he did on Donald Brashear? Awful. I believe he was thrown out of the league for life, wasn't he? Or did McSorley come back? I don't think he ever came back in the league, or he might have been allowed to come back in the league, but they didn't allow him to, like, they collabed and no one took him back. That was another one of the dirtiest hits I've ever seen, man. Nasty. Just like the Steve Moore. Horrible, man. That doesn't have any place in this game, man. Ted, was Nylander on the Islanders? Nylander's on he played for the Rangers. Michael Nylander played, I believe he played for the Penguins. Oh, I'm thinking of Bernie Nichols. Bernie Nichols played for the Penguins. Michael Nylander played for Senators, maybe? When I think of the Islanders, you want to know a good one? How about, do you remember Alexei Yashin playing for the Islanders? Remember Alexei Yashin, the great Ottawa Senator? Got a little bit older. Remember, he was great for the Islanders, right? Oh, you don't remember him playing there? That's right. Because the Islanders traded away Zdeno Chara. Zdeno Chara, a young Zdeno Chara to bring in Alexei Yashin, who never played. He hardly ever played. It was like Carl Pavano going to the Yankees, man. These guys were robbers, thieves. And Mike Milbury, I to this day, I believe it was Mike Milbury that traded away Zdeno Chara and gave Rick DiPietro all that money. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Mike Milbury traded away Chara. What a joke. Wow, it was horrible. Nylander was on the Rangers in the mid-2000s with Yager. Yep, I remember that. I just forget what other teams he played for. I thought he might have been on the Senators, Toronto maybe. I forget what other team he came from. I'm not a Nylander historian. I do remember on the Rangers with Yager, and Yager still... What's the Rangers' record for goals? Yager had what, 54? I think it's 54 in a season. And he set it around that time frame, mid-2000s, 2005, I think. 2006, somewhere around there, but I think it's 54 goals. Bruin, he played for the Canucks. There you go, before he came to Detroit. I thought he played for the Canucks. Very good. Bertuzzi. Yeah, I thought he did. Okay. Featherstone, another cellar dweller in Ozzy accounted for. Featherstone, what's going on? Good to see you in here. Hey, Mr. Marine, how you feeling? Yep, he's coming. Oh, he's in here. Mr. Marine's in here. He's coming along, too. Bruin, McSorley wasn't banned, but he chose not to come back. I think there would have been a collab for him not to come back. That was an unnecessary dirty hit on Donald Brashear, man. That was really bad, man. Really bad. Way back morning. Way back. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Way back's in the basement. Another Ozzy in the house. We got 1-0 Carolina. We're about to get the second period underway. 1-0 Carolina. They're showing that disgusting Aho goal again. I don't know what we were doing. hanging out. Look at Trouba. Like, what are you guys doing, man? They're showing I don't want to see the replay anymore. That was horrible. Bruin did Nylander play? I don't know. I'm drawing such a blank on him, Bruin. Bruin, I'm drawing a big blank on Nylander. You know what? Let's find out. I don't care. I'm going to look. At least when I look, I tell you guys. Nothing's ringing a bell with me, man, with him. He did play on the Capitals, Bruin. There you go. Right there. Michael Nylander started with the Hartford Whalers. Then he went to Calgary, Tampa Bay Lightning for a year, the Blackhawks for 3 years, then to the Capitals, then to Boston for a year, then the Rangers, and then he finished with the Capitals. Man, he traveled, man. Shoot, I could have made a couple of guesses, just random guesses, and I would have been right. The guy played for half the league. There you go, Trouba. Look at that. Trouba's a historian there, man. He got it. McSorley, Marty McSorley is the biggest piece of garbage that the NHL has ever seen, and that says a lot. That says a lot. Real piece of trash. Trey, Michael Pekka. Oh, man. Associated with the Islanders, man, those teams were horrendous, bro. That's when I loved it. They were horrendous. Trey, I grew up like 15 minutes, 20 minutes from Nassau Mausoleum. Right from the Mausoleum, man. I grew up right there. And I was never an Islanders fan. Never. I only went to the Mausoleum when the Rangers went there. That was it. Ted, trivia, who were the only father and son combo in NHL? Both scored 50 goals in a season. Was that the Howes? Gordie Howe and his son? Father and son combo. Oh, Brett and Bobby Hull. Brett and Bobby Hull. Brett and Bobby Hull. Those have to be the ones that scored over 50 goals in a season. Father and son, Brett and Bobby Hull. That's my answer. Ted, kind of weird that, but I hope, worded that weird, but hope it made sense. A father and son, they didn't play together, but they both scored 50 goals in a season. I'm going with Brett and Bobby Hull. Gotta be. It's gotta be. Brett and Bobby Hull. It's gotta be. Bruin, going with Brett and Bobby Hull also. Trouba, Nylander was drafted by Hartford Whalers when he played for the Cap, and yes, he played for the Capitals as well as Boston and Calgary and the Lightning, I found out. It's funny, Trouba, I drew a total blank on Nylander before the Rangers. I mean, I guess, like I said, I could have just randomly threw out a name, and I probably would have I had at least a 30% chance of being right. Way back, how are you enjoying the footy season, Proper JB? Now we're into it. I'm enjoying it, man. I put a video out today with a video. So I'm ready for my Brisbane tomorrow, man. Brisbane and Melbourne. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. I took Brisbane into tipping. They got to get this. They got to get this. As long as they now know Coach Fagan hopefully told the team there's actually a third and fourth quarter that have to be played after halftime. So now that they know a full game has to be played, maybe we'll do all right. Trouba, I used to watch the Whalers when they were in the WAD. That's WHA. You're going way back, way back. Yeah, Trouba, you got me on that one. I remember the Whalers. I always liked their logo, too. I thought it was cool. The W with the whale fin going in. I thought that was a good logo, man. Featherstone Highway back. Featherstone, just to catch you up, Mr. Marine might not be in here at the time. He had a little bit of a setback with a blood infection. He's still scheduled to go home on the 29th. He's been in here. He'll probably be back in here, too. I think he said the hospital isn't showing a Ranger game at the moment. But he is in here. He might pop back in. I just wanted to catch you up, Featherstone. You always ask about Mr. Marine. So he had a setback with a blood infection. But he says it, kind of expected. It was kind of expected, but he's going to be okay. Boondy, is it Thursday or Friday there? It's Thursday. It's Thursday night at 8:05. Thursday night at 8:05. Or for your military, 20:05. How about that? Nathan, well, my mom's home now. We're having pizza. Yeah, it's going to be good. Man, I'm jealous. I want some pizza. I want a sausage and pepper pizza. Sausage and pepper pizza, please. Need one right here. All right, second period underway. Carolina has 1 minute and 30 left on their power play. Carolina's got 1:30 left on their power play. Brett and Bobby Hall. Yep. Bruin did say it, but yeah, I knew that too. I guarantee you Trouba knew that also. Trouba, come on, man. Michael Peck. You want me to say this out loud? You want to see me get this tongue twister? Michael Pecker picked a pack of pickled peppers. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm almost up to getting the AARP magazine, and I only still can do that. Michael Pecker picked a pack of pickled peppers. Those Islander teams were bad, man. Peter Pruka was a Ranger legend during the mid-2000s. Remember Peter Pruka? Oh, played with Yager and Nylander. Peter Pruka. Oh, my gosh, man. Remember that? Oh. Peter Pruka, man. I forgot about him. He was a Rangers legend. I mean, you're right, man. There was a lot of high hopes for him, man. A lot of high hopes for Peter Pruka. Wow, man. Good call out. All right, 1-0 there. Let's go, Rangers. Come on. Good shout out for Peter Pruka. Man, that brought back some memories about I thought it was going to be a super legend, man. He was a decent player. Ted, who had the worst single season plus minus in NHL history. Wow. Marek Malik for the New York Rangers, or I'm probably saying his name up. Remember that? He was on that team also, Peter Pruka's team. Remember that? Was it Marek Malik? The guy was like humongous, and he was so soft. I can imagine him. I don't know. That one you got me on. Raleigh, Knicks aren't looking good. Did I say it? Did I say it? The Knicks are going to play down to their competition. And the last time we barely beat Orlando, by the way. We did beat them, but we barely beat them. 48-30. Oh, they're only down by 9. What quarter is it, Raleigh? Come on, Knicks. Don't drop one to the freaking Magic. Come on. What is that, a halftime score, Raleigh? Judge it by the score, 48-39. Come on, this is a joke. Featherstone, thanks for that update. You got it. And he'll probably pop back in here, Featherstone. He'll probably pop back up. He's been tired, though. He's been tired. Anthony, another cellar dweller accounted for. Anthony in the basement. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you in here. Another Ozzy accounted for. Way back, LOL, Trouba, yeah. I'll tell you what, when Trouba's not here, we really miss him, man. He's got great lines, man. He's got a lot of great lines. Oh, man, that's a nasty injury, man. Hold on. Philip Hedl just got hit in the face with a skate. I think he just got hit in the face with the skate, man. Oh, man, that's not good. Carolina Hurricanes player I think I got to see the replay, but from the corner of my eye, it looks like he went to hit Hedl, barely missed him, and he went over the bench into his own team, and his foot kicked way up in that skate. I'm trying to see if Hedl got hit in the face. Yeah, Hedl hit him, and he went right over the bench, but the skate hit him right. Oh, I think it was the butt of the skate, not the actual blade. That would have sliced his face right open. Oh, he saw. Yeah, it was just the butt. He is lucky. He would have had a slash across his face for life. Oh, man, that is scary. That is scary for whoever's watching this. That is scary, man. He's okay. Luckily, I think it was the back part, the butt of the skate, and not the actual blade. That's scary. Good to go here on that. Oh, thank goodness, man. The Brisbane game does start at 4:55. And there's no games for me tomorrow night, guys, so we won't be live streaming tomorrow night, but I'll be up early, man. 4:55, the game starts here in New York, man. So that's going to be I'll be up and ready for that. Anyway, let me get back to this. It's 1-0 Carolina, by the way. Kind of neither team seems to be that aggressive right now. Second period, 17:09 left in it. Plenty of time. It's going, Boondy, where did you get the AFL highlights from? Carlin versus Geelong. They normally show the goals, but on the highlights you reacted to, they showed all the behinds as well. Luck. Boondy, pure luck. I worked on that video today. I'm not even kidding you, man. About 3 or 4 hours. Looking, finding, searching, editing. And man, let me tell you, man, doing the AFL with a video is hard, man. It took up half my afternoon. But at least it got out there. Man. That's what's important. And I still got to do things more than that to make this work. But this is trial and error season. Igor. We are being outshot 16-3. We haven't gotten a shot off in the second period yet. We're being outshot 16-3. Where is our offense? Where's all our big names? Where are we? I know we're going into playoffs. I know there's only what is it? About 10 games left, give or take. Listen. I guess beggars can't be choosers because we had a stretch of 3 games where we put up 17 goals with back-to-back shutouts, 6-0 and 7-0. So, but now we're playing Carolina, and it's kind of like they've slowed us down. Carolina has slowed us down. Probably, as I said earlier, probably because they're tired of not being spoken about. Boston's spoken about. The Rangers have spoken about. Carolina's like, hey, yo, guys, remember us? They have slowed us down. They don't have the flashy names. That's what it is. They don't have the flashy names. Yeah, Boondy, Boondy, when I tell you pure luck, absolute pure luck that I found that video and it actually worked. Because a lot of the ones I found last week, man, were getting shut down. No, dude, I'm very lucky. I'm still working on it a lot, man, on other videos, man. It takes a lot of time, guys. That's why I said when I get to the live stream part of my day, this is fun. This is the relaxing part of the day. Doing that in the afternoon, I get frustrated, man. Oh, you think I get frustrated with these games? You should hear what I call myself when I can't figure these things out. Trust and believe. If Rocco could talk, he would tell you all the things I say when I'm getting frustrated, man. Let me tell you. Trey, my guess is Nail Yukubov. The Edmontines were trash. I don't know that one. Truba, did you hear the question? Let's try. Truba's really good with the hockey, man. I'm good. Mr. Marine is good. Bruin, we're good, man. But Truba seems to know his stuff. Truba usually nails these questions. Truba, what college has the most first-round draft picks in the NBA draft? Stanford. Where am I at? I'm going to go with Stanford, Truba. Ted, Bill Mickelson of the Washington Capitals already 74 season with a staggering -82. I would have never gotten that. That is trauma. -82. That's really bad. That's really bad. Way back, a padded cell toy. Bruin, I'm pretty sure it was someone on one of those Capitals teams from the 70s. Yeah, there you go. He had it. I didn't know that one at all. Yeah, you got me on that one. That's an oldie, man. Featherstone, can't stay. Got to go take care of my elderly mom. Thanks for dropping in, Featherstone. Always appreciate you supporting the channel. Have a good one. Bruin, I knew it, but I forgot his name. I didn't even know it. Raleigh, Grimes is our leading scorer with 13. Oh, my gosh. Come on. I'm going to switch over to that at the end of the second period. I'll take a look at it. You got to be kidding me. He's our leading scorer with 13. Where's Randall? Where's Brunson? Where's R.J. Barrett? What's going on? Listen, if they're going to have a little bit of a slump, have it now before the playoffs start because it looks like we're going to set up against the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1, which will be a hell of a matchup, round 1. Number 4 seeded Cavs versus us, number 5. That's going to be a great matchup, man. So if the Knicks want to have a slump, have it now. Have it now. Anybody new in the basement, subscribe, bell notice, hit that like button. Keep us rolling in here. Aiming for 5,000 subs. Man, Raleigh. Terrible, man. Trey, I'm surprised it wasn't one player on one of those teams that folded like the Golden Seals or the Cleveland Barons. Right, Trey. And you know what? That's what I would have thought too. I just really didn't know, but I knew it was an older player that I probably would not have gotten that one. So yeah, that's a good shot of Golden Seals. Remember them? Holy crap. How about the Atlanta Thrashers? They folded pretty quickly too. The Atlanta Heat, then the Atlanta Thrashers. And how's Atlanta up for another hockey team? They didn't get any support the last time. Quebec should be up for we got a shot on goal. Not a goal, a shot on goal. That's worth celebrating right now. That's worth celebrating. That's our fourth shot on goal this game. We're 14 and a half minutes left in the second period. All right, Rangers, we got a shot on goal this period after almost 6 minutes. Come on, give it up. Give it up. Forget about goals. We're celebrating shots on goal right now. This is pathetic. Pathetic. Come on, guys, do something. Raleigh, far from over, but we should be up by 20 on the Magic joke of a team. Yeah, and like I told you, man, the Rangers do it too. We play down to our competition. Raleigh, I don't get it. We should be dominating them right now. Frederick Anderson, beautiful glove save by the Carolina Hurricanes goalie. Hey, but we got another shot on goal. That's 2 shots on goal in the last minute. Hey, come on. Come on. Bruin, yikes. Yeah, no doubt. Trouba, what college had the most? I just read that. Well, anyway, I went with Stanford. Duke would be a good answer. Duke? Not Duke. Yeah, okay. Ted, who has scored the most shutouts in Rangers history? Well, you're coming in with some real massive questions today, Ted. Ted rolling out Gunners usually like this. Ted rolling out questions. I would say Mike Richter. I can go for did nothing on the power play, guys. Nothing. Team's back to full strength. If it's not Richter, how about Beezer? How about John Van Beesbrook? True, but not Duke. Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky's a good guess. Bruin, then I give up. True, but Richter? Yeah, oh yeah, Richter. I would say Richter too. Sure as hell ain't Bob Freeze. Bob Swiss Cheese Freeze. Bob Swiss Cheese Freeze. I remember him. Kentucky is correct. There you go. Mr. Marine, Belina Featherstone had infection in my blood, little tired today, but otherwise still coming around slowly. She just left, Mr. Marine, but I think she did. She might still be in here. So, yeah, she always asks about you, Mr. Marine. True, but number 1. Yep, I was going to say Worlsley. Oh, Worlsley, that's a good one too. Barry, another cellar dweller accounted for. Barry, another Aussie in the base. What's going on, Barry? Good to see you in here, man. Trouba, Duke. Oh, it's Kentucky. I think the answer was Kentucky. What was the question? Oh, it was who had the most plus minus in NHL history. If you didn't see the answer, Trouba, do you know? Who had the worst plus minus in NHL history? The worst plus minus. If you didn't see the answer, Trouba, maybe you know that. Somebody said it already. It wasn't me. Trouba, Nick defense has been the problem. They have none. I know. There's no defense, man. None. Man, we need this guy right here. We need Charles Oakley out there and Anthony Mason. That's what we need out there. Guys like that. But guys like that aren't allowed in the league anymore. Players like that. Manav, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Manav in the base. What's up, Manav? Good to see you in here, man. Specky that button. Specky that button. That's right. That's right, man. Hit that like button when on the way into the basement. Big Bear, out of respect for the basement, I'm not going to swear, but this power play. Brother, I hear you, Big Bear, and thank you for respecting that, man. I hear you. Trust and believe, I hear you, man. We don't even look like no one told the Rangers the game started. They don't even know the game started. I'm still bothered on that goal. Like, how does Trouba and Fox, I'm going to stop going on about it because that was weak. That was weak. That's a sign of today's defense in all sports. There's no way that anybody would skate like that and our defense is skating back, watching them watch and see where the puck's going. You would have came up and just hit him, especially when he's coming on a 1-on-3. Come on. All right, beating that point to death. Beautiful save by Shesterkin, man. Beautiful save by Igor. 13:07 left in the second period. Still 1-0 Carolina. Trey, Atlanta can support a team if they have good management. Their old front office had Ilya Kovalchuk, man. Remember that? And Danny Heatley. Now we were talking about Peter Pruka earlier. Danny Heatley was supposed to be like a generational guy. Remember that? Then he had that accident, the drinking and driving. I think his buddy died in the car. It was all a mess after that for Danny Heatley. He was supposed to be a generational player. And Kovalchuk, yeah, remember that? 2-on-1. Great save by Igor. Wow. Full split. I can't do it, so don't think I'm going to sit here and demonstrate a full split. That's as far as I can go. Igor on a full split save. Can we give the guy a hand and maybe get a goal here? Maybe tie the game up for him? Maybe show some life? Maybe show like you know the game started? Come on, man. Let's go. Way back. Hey, JB, does watching the AFL live change your perspective of the game from watching the highlights? Oh, yeah. Big time. You know what's funny, way back? As you know, because you're one of the guys when I was doing it leading up to the season when I was doing a couple of months of reviews and highlights, and I was watching some game replays. A lot of questions I had for you guys in those, like, does anybody run up and actually miss the goal and miss the behinds and all that when they shoot that Heedle, come on. Shot it right at Anderson, save. Anyway, I've seen it quite a few times, guys completely missing everything. And I see it now because it's live games. It's just different than the replays and the highlights. Oh, yeah. I'm loving it, and I must be because I'm getting up early in the morning to watch these things. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I am really into it. And I love the fact that there's no penalties, not really. The game is just continuous, man. There's some heavy hitting, some great athleticism, and the clock just keeps running, man. There's no pads. I'm really enjoying it, man. Really enjoying it. Trouba, Atlanta had 2 shots at NHL franchise. Enough. Right, the Heat and the Atlanta Flames, right? I could keep saying the Heat because I'm thinking of the Heat. Atlanta Flames and the Thrashers, man. That's it. Go back to Quebec. How about Quebec get a team? How about bring a team back to a new Nordiques? How about a new Nordiques? Shoot, the Browns did it. The Browns became the Baltimore Ravens and then became the Browns again. Led by who? There's a question for you guys. Who was the Cleveland Brown reborn 1999? Who was their starting quarterback that they drafted out of college? Who was the starting quarterback for the newfound Cleveland Browns in 1999? Who was he? He was a high draft, number 1 draft pick out of college. Cleveland Browns got the number 1 draft. Remember that when they were reborn again? Who was that starting quarterback? Boondy, most team sports have 4 quarters or 2 halves. What does hockey have? 3 periods? Trouba answered it for you. Yep, 3 20-minute periods. That's correct. 3 20-minute periods, Boondy. Huber! No. Good answer, though. Good answer, man. He did suck. Wasn't him. It was, Trouba, I didn't even know it. I didn't know it. Ted had the answer back here somewhere. Bill Mickelson of the Washington Capitals, Trouba, he had a staggering -82. -82 from the 74 season. Huber's a great answer, though. I love it. Mr. Marine saying, what's up to Manav? Manav's asking how you doing, Mr. Marine. Trey, Heatley had 50 goals in 07. I know. He was supposed to be the generational guy. Goal! There it is. Panarin. Beautiful setup. 1-1. Great one-timer. Usually it's Panarin to Mika. Today it was Mika to Panarin. There you go. There we go. We're on the board. On the board. That's what we're talking about. It's usually Mika doing the one-time shot. Today it's Mika to Panarin. A little reverse action there. We got it. Beautiful one-time. A wide open net. Tied this game up. 1-1. Let's go. Famous words of Reggie Dunlop to the Hanson brothers, man. The Rangers, man. Let them know you're there. Guy comes around the corner, hit him. Let them know you're there. That's what they got to do. Let them know you're there. That's my slap shot reference for today. Hey, Trouba, that's funny, man, because I'm actually looking at them. Yes, that's coming, man. I'm looking at some chairs, man. I'm looking at them, man. This thing, you see me keep doing this because it freaking, I showed you yesterday, man. This thing here, it doesn't hang in there very long. I can't imagine how that happened. Can't imagine what happened. Hey, Trouba, by the way, did you see Ezekiel Elliott now said he's narrowed his decisions down to like the Jets and the Bengals? Like, I don't want Ezekiel Elliott on my team. I do not want him on the Jets. I don't want him on the Jets. I don't want him on the Jets. And if he's thinking like this is like an OBJ or like this is like 5-10 years, 5-8 years ago, I don't want Zeke on my team, man. I don't even see the Jets entertaining that. Who knows? Maybe they are entertaining it at this point. Maybe if they're going to get Zeke, maybe see if Deion Sanders and Lawrence Taylor are available while we're at it. Maybe they'll come out of retirement. If we can't get Aaron Rodgers, maybe we can go out and see if Peyton Manning wants to come out and do one more season. I mean, why not? Maybe Curtis Martin can come back. Who knows? Trey, Heatley had 50 goals in 07. That's where I left off. Coming along, friend, Mr. Marine to Manav. Trouba, hey, John, I just read that. Igor, hell yeah, man. Igor, big bad. What a split. I will never demonstrate a split in here. I can't do that. Tim Couch. There you go, Trouba. Tim Couch. Very good. Very good, Trouba. Tim Couch. Trey, Tim Couch. Yep, you guys got it. That was easy. That was a layup. Layup. Trouba, did Couch went to Duke? I don't know. You know what's funny, guys? I am not good with college sports. I'm not. I don't really watch a lot of college games. I don't really watch a lot of college football. I never have. You know why? It's just my own opinion. It's my own opinion. I like the big games. I'll watch the big games, but I don't buy into the hype of, this guy's a can't-miss guy. This guy, the NFL, of all the sports, the NFL is the hardest to transition from a quarterback, even a running back. How many can't-miss guys came out? I just never bought into all the stats and all that. Like today, they're showing, look at C.J. Stroud and the pro. I mean, look how deep he can throw the ball. Yeah, under pressure in a T-shirt with a wide receiver running routes with nobody covering him. Wow, really impressive. The Jets bought into stuff like that with Zach Wilson. Whoa, look at the way he throws across his body. Yeah, with no pressure, with nobody on him, without Bill Belichick calling defenses that Zach Wilson can't read. So sure, in a wide open field, he's going to look great. Never bought into that stuff. The most I did I think we watched a lot of Notre Dame. They showed a lot of Notre Dame on Long Island when I was growing up. A lot of Notre Dame. Tony Rice and Jerome Bettis and Joe Montana. Come on, Rangers, stay on them. 8:40 left in the second period. 1-1. We're being outshot 20-8, but it's a 1-1 tie. That's what. Why is that? Because Igor is our goalie. Dean, what's going on, man? Dean, back in the basement. What's happening, Dean? Panarin. Oh, yeah, Panarin loves playing in Carolina. It's like Panarin's second home, man. Good shout out, Dean. That's right. It's like Panarin's second home, Carolina. Good stuff. Texas, another cellar dweller accounted for. Texas, in the basement. The chair fun continues. Good evening, gentlemen. What's up, Texas? Good to see you in here, brother. True, but why would you waste a roster spot on Elliott? Amen. Read the New York Post. Truly, you'll see it. But Zeke is acting like, ooh, wow, the Jets maybe, like, wow, Zeke is considering like us, like, ooh, wow. You want to know what's great, Truba? Breece Hall sent a tweet to Michael Carter, the other running back on the Jets, saying, I think we're good, don't you? And he was like, yeah, I think we're good. And he was yawning like this on the Ezekiel Elliott news. He had a yawning emoji. He's not going to be welcomed on. They're not going to. Why would you want Zeke on this team? And he's also maybe will grace the Bengals. Like there's some Ezekiel Elliott race going on. One second, guys. Jarvis is coming up. Keandre's going to the sin bin, it looks like. I mean, what, he hook him? Yeah, he hooked him. Keandre hooked him. Keandre's in the sin bin for 2 minutes, guys. Ozzy, sin bin is the penalty box. We go over this a lot. You guys know what the power play is now, right? Power play. Carolina has 5. We have 4. They're on the power play right now. 7:44 for the next 2 minutes. 7:44 left in the second period. Yeah, Trey, 3.8 yards a carry is something you go out of your way to get. Zeke, unreal. Meanwhile, Breece Hall had a 5.8 yards per carry average through 7 weeks before he blew his knee out. That's why I said you look at Zeke. Why don't you just see what Curtis Martin's doing? Maybe he'll come back. I mean, why not? Trey, you're kidding, right? Oh, yeah, no, yeah, true, but he's definitely being sarcastic. There's no way he believes that. There's no way. There's no way. That's why I had to dip down and see Trey. Yeah, you were definitely being sarcastic. That's why I didn't get on you. I read that as you being sarcastic. Like, there's no way. We don't know you well enough yet in here, Trey, to know what you do. We know our guys, and we know when someone's BSing or not, and that there is a little scary, like something you go out of your way to get. But you know what's funny, Trey? Zeke is putting himself out there like who wouldn't want him? Like who wouldn't want me? Like, I'm considering these teams like there's some Ezekiel Elliott sweepstakes going on. And if there is a sweepstakes going on, it's probably like the Houston Texans might want him. That's where the sweepstakes would be, like the Houston Texans. That kind of area right there, man. That's a sweepstakes there. The Bears and the Texans are fighting over Zeke. That's the point in his career that, you're at. Those teams should be excited to get Ezekiel Elliott. Maybe. Good save by Igor. Come on, man. Carolina's all over us right now. All over us. Truba's laughing, Bruin. That's good news. Text. Mr. Marine, Johnny, no jersey tonight, but that cool shirt he has on. That's right. Hey, man. Yep. You don't want to do the jersey tonight, man. Some nights, man, the way I jump around, it gets hot down here, man. It's getting warmer outside, too, man. So I had to wear the king tonight with all this stuff. Wish he had a ring. Come on, man. What are you doing? Keandre bringing it back up. All right, we're back at full strength. Disaster avoided. Carolina did not score on their power play. Yeah, the refs to me just seem, I don't like blaming games on refs, man, but it just seems there's a little favoritism going on here. Come on, Kako, let's go. We got the kid line out there. Kako, Lafreniere. And Heedle, where are you, Heedle? There you are. Oh, came up a little bit too late. Dean, no holding on the oh, yeah, I mean, really. If that was hooking by Keandre Miller, where was the holding on Tarasenko when he was driving up on Anderson, on Carolina's goalie Anderson? He was holding him all day. It was no worse than Keandre. Keandre hooked the guy, but it wasn't like that bad. It wasn't anything worse than what we just saw on Tarasenko. Anyway, 4:35 left in the second period, 1-1. Texas, Johnny's got long arms. Jets sign him. Who needs Elliott? Right. Johnny's got long arms. Jets sign him. Who needs Elliott? Right. Elliott just put this big thing out. I was reading it in the New York Post. Like, oh, wow, man, the Jets are in the sweepstakes. What sweepstakes? They didn't say that. They didn't call it a sweepstakes. That's my word. That's my word because of the way Zeke's putting it. Like everybody will. Hey, dude, if everybody wanted you, you'd still be on the Cowboys. Tony Pollard's a better running back than Ezekiel Elliott at this point. So think about that. Pollard was hurt, and they still got rid of Zeke. Watch it. There you go. Get it out of there, guys. Can someone clear the puck out? The shortest player in hockey history. Yo, you guys are coming out with some weird ones today. Mickey Rooney. I'll second Trouba's answer. Mickey Rooney. Dan Ellis. Dan Ellis was a short goalie for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think it was 5'6". It's got to be shorter than that, though. Dan Ellis. Shoot it, Panarin. Oh, shoot it again and again. Frederick Anderson made the saves, man. Panarin got a couple of shots in there. Mickey Rooney. That's a good one. Guy was 5'4", wasn't he? Geez, I think so, man. I don't know who the shortest player in hockey was. I don't even know where to start guessing on that one, Bruin. I don't even know where to start guessing on that one. Bruin, some guy named Shrimp. I can't remember his name. Right, some guy named Shrimp. Trouba Herbe Valences. Z-Plane. Yeah, Tattoo. How about Tattoo? You know what's funny, Texas? About 3/4 of the guys in here don't even know who Tattoo is, man. I remember seeing that show right after the Love Boat. Remember all those shows on channel, what it was, ABC, NBC, one of them. It's like the Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and all that stuff. Oh, my God. Z-Plane, yeah. Trey. Nathan Gerba's 5'6". I know Pocket Rocket Richard was around there. Pretty sure Dan, I'm going to look. I'm not looking at the answer, guys. I'm looking at my answer, Dan Ellis, so don't freak out. But I'm pretty sure Dan Ellis. Okay, forget that. Dan Ellis was 6 feet tall. Forget my answer. That's it. That's all I got. I thought Dan Ellis was more like 5'6". Wow. Wow. They just showed a nice Carolina Hurricanes bike called the Caniac. Ted, what's the rarest jersey number in NHL history? That's a good question. 3:13 left in the second period. Ted got it. Ted got what? Oh, the answer? Shrimp. Oh, it actually was a guy named Shrimp. Went right over my head. That's funny. The rarest jersey number worn in hockey history. I don't know. What, 71? Roy Shrimp Werner is at 5'3". Well, there you go. We're getting educated today. Trey, 69. Why would you? There you go. There's an answer for you, 69. I'm going to go with 71. Bruin, fun fact, he was the first goalie to get back-to-back shutouts. Was he really? Wow. 2:20 left in the second period. Shoot it! Come on. Come on, man. He skated right around you, Harper. Come on. Saved by Igor. Get it out of there, guys. Good hit by Harper, finally. Good hit. Good hit, man. Let's go. Ted, Truman is correct with single zero. Only player in NHL history has ever won the number 0. Ted Nasty, I say 00. Yeah, Mr. Marine, 00. Didn't John Davidson wear 00? Oh, he wanted to wear 00. I don't think anybody, yeah, something like that. Mick, another cellar dweller accounted for, another Aussie from Iowa in the basement. What's going on, Mick? Good to see you in here, man. Pretty good games here. Starting the rounds, Mick. Starting the rounds. Good stuff. Good to see you in here, Mick. Texas, another Jimmy man. Hey, Mick. Way back. Got to go back to work, guys. Catch you all soon. Oh, man, we'll catch you soon. Way back. I'll see you in the Discord tomorrow morning. Well, night for you guys, but you know what I mean. Truba, Ricardo Montalban. That's fine. Corinthian leather in the Cordoba. I see where this stream is going today. I already see where the stream's going because I already see what Texas has written there, and I'm going to get it to it in a minute. Wow, you really bombed one out with that one, Texas, man. Fantasy Island Love Boat and Falcon Crest. Falcon Crest. Oh, if we're going to go there, man, how about 1 minute left in the second period? Hit him. Oh, come on, man. Come on, Goodrow. Where is it's 1-1, but we look really flat today, man. We don't have any aggression on the offense at all. Do you remember the show Love American Style back then? Was it Love American Style around the 8 is Enough days? Oh, man, this is a lot of the younger guys in here can be like, what are they talking about? Love American Style, Falcon Crest, Dynasty. Well, that was an obvious one. Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider. Holy crap. The A-Team. The A-Team. The guys couldn't hit anything with their weapons. That was weird. They were the A-Team, yet they couldn't shoot it. They could never hit any. They had the worst aim ever. They were the A-Team, but had the worst aim. Never understood that one. And Chips, a cop show where they never used their guns. Can't make this stuff up, guys. These were TV shows we grew up on. I don't think there's one episode that Ponch and John ever pulled their weapons out. Can you guys? You guys around my age and older? I don't think Ponch and John in one episode ever pulled a weapon out. Ever. Second period, 22 seconds left. We're having a face-off in the Rangers zone right now. You need a Manav cricket jersey. No doubt. Manav is the cricket master in here. All due respect to all the other cricket lovers in here because I usually go over those in here and I forget. I know Bonway. All the Aussies are into cricket. And Manav. Manav is a cricket historian. Manav, you should start your own cricket channel. I'm not even kidding, Manav. You really love to talk. And you already have everybody in here. You have all the Aussies would be subbing to your channel, Manav. All the cricket lovers, they'd be subbing to your channel, man. Where am I at? Manav, I love watching Dallas and Dynasty, Johnny. Dallas. Dynasty. Oh, boy. Yep. Gosh, I can think of all those shows, man. Remember Too Close for Comfort? Give Me a Break. Remember Give Me a Break? Give Me a Break. Nell Carter. Oh, these are all the shows. Wow, One Day at a Time. What's Happening? What's Happening was another one of my favorite shows growing up. Sanford and Son. No, now we're hitting the good ones, man, the legendary ones. '84 Kansas State. Are they winning? Did they win? Mick, famous Aussie in a U.S. TV series. Famous Aussie in a U.S. TV series? Crocodile Dundee. How about Crocodile Dundee? Paul Hogan. Wasn't it Paul Hogan? Paul Hogan. That's his name, right? I'll wait on your answer. Oh, well, your answer. That's my answer to your question, Mick. We're in between periods. End of the second period right now. 1-1 tie. 1-1 tie. The Rangers look flat and tired, but we're in it. We're in it. Mr. Marine, Johnny, 80s shows were great, just like the music. Oh, come on. The opening credits were always awesome. Mr. Marine, Chips. Yeah, Ponch and John, they never pulled out their weapon ever, right? Never did. I knew it. I don't ever remember an episode of doing that. They were on for a ton of seasons. Guys, we're gearing up for baseball season already because this is the kind of talk we do during in between pitches. Ted calling out Trouba. Michael, according to the internet, only one player has worn the number 0, Neil Sheehy. Man, I must be on another planet. You guys are pulling out some names, man. I wouldn't even have thought of that. It's very rare that I say that as often as I've been saying that today. Ted, dude, I checked out Glow Wrestling. The other day. They need to bring that back. You never saw Glow Wrestling before? Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling? That is the most hilarious opening from the 80s. It came on right after WWF went off in the 80s. What a crew. What a crew. It was Saturday mornings it was on. For those that don't know, YouTube opening credits for Glow Wrestling. You will die laughing. That was my sister and I would watch that, man. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Texas, when Fox came around, they mailed hoop antennas to everyone, no doubt. Texas, yeah, I'd watch Cricket History. Fat Albert, that was a good, oh yeah, come on, everybody loved Fat Albert. Ted just found out Mario Lemieux used to smoke cigarettes between periods. That's what, that I actually did know. He did used to smoke cigarettes in between periods. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Now go look at the 1986 Mets documentary on ESPN, 30 for 30. Look at what the Mets did during games. Cigarettes is very light. GB, another cellar dweller, another Ozzy accounted for. GB in the basement. Good morning, Johnny Rock and the OGs. Sing along, everybody. I got that OT feeling. No, don't wish OT on me. I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning for my Lions versus the Demons tomorrow morning with you guys, man. Don't wish overtime on me. I love that name, the Johnny Rock and the OGs. Good stuff, GB. Texas, man. Bruin Ottawa's beating Texas 3-1 right now. Guys, give me 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes before the third period comes on. New in the basement, subscribe, bell notice, like button. Keep it rolling in here, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, still in between periods. Should be coming back on shortly. Still 1-1, of course, because you can't score in between periods, can you? Where did we leave off? I'll pick up at Ted. Number 99 is retired in the NHL because of Gretzky. Oh, of course. No other player can wear that. That's pretty crazy. Imagine MJ's 23 not being available. I think it's because it's like Gretzky's just like, he has 61 records, man. Playoffs and regular season combined. Gretzky is like the goat of goats of any other sport. Like, there's just nobody who's going to get all these records that this guy has, man. He played in the league. That's just, I mean, Alexander Ovechkin's going to beat that 894. I mean, he's on pace outside of an injury or just Father Time takes over out of nowhere. But I mean, Ovechkin's got over 40 goals this year. He's 37. He just keeps going and going and going. But I mean, Gretzky's got 60 records that will be left over when that's beaten. I think that's why they retired his number, because no one has dominated the sport like him. There's no one else even in that conversation. No one else is even in that conversation. But for that matter, if we're going to say that, then Lawrence Taylor's number 56 should be retired, because Lawrence Taylor, there's no other Lawrence Taylor that's ever going to come into the league. Lawrence Taylor defined the whole game. Defined the whole game. Lawrence Taylor, now there's a guy you could retire a number, 56. Because when you think of 56, at least me and Trouba, Mr. Marine, the only guy, when I hear the number 56, I think of Lawrence Taylor, period. When LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Famer, all due respect to LaDainian Tomlinson, but when they were calling him LT, I always think of Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor's LT. The LT. The LT. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Tomlinson, look at that. LaDainian Tomlinson on the Jets. Isn't that funny? There he is. The Jets like to get older. I got a whole array. The Jets like to get older players and hope they can do something. Trey, I'm going to go to the Lightning Rangers game on April 5th. Should be a good game. Heck yeah, man. Rangers Lightning, that's a huge game. Remember, all the Ranger players that couldn't win with the Rangers a cup, they'd go to Tampa Bay to win the cup. Tampa Bay is like where a lot of Rangers go to win rings. Ryan McDonough, Callahan. I mean, guys, all of a sudden, they can't think of the guy's name. He played. JT Miller went there. He didn't necessarily get a ring there, but JT Miller went there. Quite a few Rangers went over there, man. That's going to be awesome. Going to hockey games is great. I love going to all games of all sports, man. It's just a great experience to be around the fans and the people, man. Mick, sad news in the rugby league world. Johnny Sattler passed away a few days ago. He broke his jaw in the 3rd minute of the grand final and played the whole game with it. Wow, did he really sound that? Wow, that's what hockey players do, man. Wow, he broke his jaw. How old was it? Was he a Hall of Famer for the rugby? Johnny Sattler. Look this guy up. $80 years old. Wow. So wow, look at that. Another 80-year-old legend for your sport, rugby league, and Willis Reed over here, 80 years old. Wow. Wow, Meg, thanks for sharing that, man. I just saw his name, and he's looked like 80 years old. He looked like a real legend for the game in the short thing I'm looking at here. Rugby league pays tribute. Sydney, great. John Sattler dies. The passion Sattler displayed helped to transform the side into one of the most formidable in the competition for a number of years, playing 195 games for the Red and Green. His most famous moment came in 1970's grand final against the Manly Sea Eagles. Sounds like a legend of the game, man. Sounds like a legend of the game to me. Trey, I've been to like 50 games. Oh, hockey, I've been to tons of games too, man. Tons. Ted, is your dog decked out in Rangers attire? He is. Trust and believe, Ted. It's funny because Bruin and everybody else, true, they all know Rocco in here. Trust and believe. You'll know when he's awake. You'll know when he's awake. Yeah, he's all out in his Rangers. He got his Ranger jersey on. He's got it on. And trust me, he's fine sleeping back there. Trust me, man. You'll know when he's awake. All the OGs, they'll tell you, and a lot of the Aussies know him now. They'll tell you. You'll know. And I'm not going to get him to show you the jersey. Just trust me, man. When he wakes up, you'll see it. Trey, I've never had a bad experience at an NHL, win or lose. Neither have I. I've never had any bad experiences at any games I've ever gone to. And I've been to games where the away team, my team was the away team plenty of times. Never really had any problems. Texas, what gets me is 42 is retired. Jackie Robinson wasn't the first professional baseball player. I think truly, yeah, Jackie Robinson was the first. He was the first African-American in Major League Baseball. That's why 42 is retired. He was amazing. He took on a lot. GB's, Sir Donald Bradman has the greatest sport record of any sport that'll ever be broken. So you guys are throwing things at me like that and from another country. I don't know those yet. Trust and believe, man. I'm going to be well versed in this in these areas. True, but Gretzky had 4 200-point seasons. It's insane. And he scored 50 goals in 50 games more than once. Gretzky's the most ridiculously amazing player that hockey's ever seen. And we're talking about a lot of great players that he went past. Can you imagine? You're better than Bobby Hull. You're better than Gordie Howe. You're better than Yager and Mario. Think about Mario Lemieux, how amazing that player was, Mario Lemieux. He couldn't even lick Gretzky's shoes. They played in the same era. Mario Lemieux is one of the most legendary hockey players of all time. Couldn't even put a candle to Gretzky. It's just that much separation between Gretzky and the rest of the legends. You're talking about professional players and then the legend players over the professionals, right? Hall of Famers over the professionals. Then you have legendary Hall of Famers over them. And then you have Gretzky over all of them. 61 records, guys, combined, playoffs and regular seasons, man. That's it. That's it. Love him, hate him, whatever. That's it. It's undisputed, man. He is undisputedly the GOAT of hockey. Number 6 for Bill Russell is retired across the NBA, as it should be. Sure. Texas, they didn't have numbers in the 1800s either. Nathan, 17 and a half seconds in overtime. Kansas State over Michigan State, 94-93. Let's go Kansas. There you go. Rock, Mrs. Basement. Rock, my favorite cellar dweller. My honey. Rock's in the basement. Good evening, dwellers. I dropped in to say hi and thank you for supporting my hubby. Gonna go eat a late dinner now. Let's go Rangers. That's right, honey. That's right. Speaking of let's go, what are the Knicks doing right now? Raleigh, you haven't given me any Knicks updates. I hate when the Knicks play at the same time as the Rangers, man. It's hard being a diehard fan of both teams and they both play at the same time. I should get that score up in a minute. Manav, hi, Rock. Truman, the one record that'll never be broken is Cy Young's with 501 wins. I agree with you there, Truba. And what about Ricky Henderson's stolen base record? What do you have, over 1,400 stolen bases in a career? And in a season, I think it's 134. Ricky Henderson, never going to be broken, those records. Never. Who was the last guy besides Ricky Henderson to have over 100 stolen bases? Was it Vince Coleman? Ricky Henderson's record, he's the greatest leadoff hitter the game's ever seen. Ricky Henderson's greatest leadoff hitter, Cy Young, 501 wins. That's not going to get touched. Those are untouchable records. I think DiMaggio's hitting streak will be broken before Ricky Henderson or Cy Young's record will be broken. Those will never be broken. Never. Guys don't steal bases like that anymore. Small ball is out of here in baseball. Cal Ripken's Ironman record, that's never going to be broken. Never. Never. GB, good day, Rock. We'll look after him. Manav, you're welcome, Rock. Love you guys forever. Rock and Johnny, love you guys. Manav, oh, we love you too, Manav. You're a great OG, man. You're always supporting the channel, Manav. Rock and I love you too, man. Texas, I understand that, but there was other professional baseball players before him. Not in MLB, though. He was the first one to break the barrier, Jackie Robinson. Bagger saying what's up to Rock. Mick, what's for late dinner, Rock? Pasta. Yes. See what I got going on when I'm off? When I'm done with work? When I'm done with the live stream? Get a little pasta. That's what I can't wait for. Hear that, Manav? Getting ready to eat pasta. One more period. Unless we do what, GB? Overtime. Unless we do overtime, GB. But that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I got waiting for me to go. Bruin says, what's up, Rock? Nathan, Kansas State, a clutch too. All right, Nathan, thank you for the updates, man. I really appreciate them. Trey, whoa, what are you doing? Every period's starting off, and it's starting off in our zone every time. Come on now. Get it out of there, Kane. Come on. Patrick Kane, get a goal for us, man. We're being outshot 26-11. Doesn't matter. The game's tied 1-1. Game is tied 1-1. Shoot it, Panarin. Come on. I want this game. I want this win, man. Of course I want this win. I'm a Ranger fan, but you guys know what I'm saying. Aho coming up. Come on, Tarasenko all over him. There you go, Vladimir. Nice hit, Vladimir. He freaking laid out Aho. I like it. Come on, Rangers. Wake up, man. I don't like this. Man, Truba, you got me on that word this week, lethargic. I think I used it in my upload today, too. Truba, man, since you used lethargic, that's been like my word of the week. Oh, Tarasenko's stick broke. Come on. Get it out of our zone. Let's go, guys. Come on. Give Igor a break. Bruin said, what's up, Rock? Trey, Mario probably had 10 to 12. What the hell did I just do? I haven't had basement technical difficulties in a while. Hold on, guys. Oh, all right, good. There you guys go. Trey, Mario probably had 10 to 12 concussions because he was a power forward in the era when it shortened his career. No doubt. Mario Lemieux was amazing, man. Come on, they had Yaga. I mean, the Penguins, they go from Igor. Let's go, Igor. And think about that. They go from Mario and Yaga, and then you down the road, you get Malkin and Crosby, man. Can't make this stuff up. Truba, Gretzky played in the Goon era too, no doubt. For a guy like Wayne Gretzky to be small and the size he was, to play in that Goon era and avoid getting hit like that and scoring all those goals. And we're talking big-time enforcers back then. Big time. So, yeah, man, he did it in an era that was not an easy era to play. And Raleigh, no good updates this whole game. We've stayed behind 10 points basically all game. New York Knicks playing down to their competition. As I said, the Rangers do it too. And I don't mean today because the Carolina's a good team. I'm not talking about today. Good save by Igor again. There you go, Mikola. Let him know you're there. Let him know you're there. Reggie Dunlop, Paul Newman's character in Slapshot. Let him know you're there. That's it, Mikola. Let him know you're there. Come on now. Mick, Cal Ripken Jr. record for the longest streak of start. Yeah, that record's never going to be broken. That one, Ricky Henderson's stolen base record, and Cy Young's 501, that Truba mentioned. Yeah, that's never going to be broken. Truba, Cy Young for a certainty will never be broken, ever. No doubt. There's no doubt. I'm not arguing that. No doubt. Those are the 3 records I can think of right off the bat that's never going to be broken. Guys don't even steal bases anymore. Ricky Henderson's never going to get touched. When Ricky Henderson got a single, it was a double. It was a double like that. He got a single, double. Just like that. Guy would steal base before he even knew he was running. Mick, 2,474 games straight. Cal Ripken, Iron Man. That's never going to get broken. Guys don't even stay on teams that long anymore. Big Bear, how about Tarasenko's reverse check? The one I yelled out on Aho, man. That's what I'm talking. That's what Trouba should have done. Put Aho on the train, man. You should have put him on the Trouba train instead of trying poking away at the puck. That's not Trouba's game, man. Lay him out. You call Trouba brain season. Stop being a little. The puck, that's not your game. Your game is putting people on the train. Nathan, Ricky Henderson was so good that he had his own field named after him, the team he played for, and in the era of money over cool names for fields and stadiums. I'm surprised they haven't replaced it. Wow. Interesting, Nathan. Thank you, man. Yeah, Ricky Henderson. I know, you're right. You're right. The cool name stadiums are gone. Go, get that in. Go! Anderson saved that. What a save. What a save. Vinny Trocheck. Vinny was right there. I thought he put that in. What a save by Anderson. You got to give credit where credit's due. I don't like shouting out the other team, but, I mean, that was an amazing save. I thought Vinny had that all day. Look at him. Look at Vinny come around. Oh, it hit the post. I'll take it back. It hit the post. Anderson didn't save that. It hit the post. Everything I just said, forget it. It's stricken from the record. Forget it. Forget what I just said. It hit the post. I thought he saved that. That was incredible. Trouba, Lou Gehrig's career was over at 32. He caught a bad break. He might be the greatest first baseman ever. Yep. I've seen enough documentaries on Lou Gehrig, man. That, yeah, he probably would have been. He probably would have been. He's definitely the greatest Yankees first baseman of all time. I think we spoke about that before, Trouba. All due respect to Don Mattingly, who, if he didn't get hurt, if Don Mattingly didn't get hurt, he could have had. Think about that. Gehrig got hurt. Don Mattingly with his back. I mean, these are two that would have been two legendary. They are legends, but you know what I mean. Their careers would have been out of this world, like untouchable, man. There you go. Adam Fox puts it in. That's what we're talking about. 2-1 Rangers. Adam Fox put it in. No more playing around, going low. He just put it up high, up a deck, over Anderson's right shoulder, man. Beautiful shot by Adam Fox. Beautiful. Beautiful. Trouba, lethargic, and yes, trust and believe. I got that from you too, man. I do that a lot. I say trust and believe in these videos when I'm typing in lethargic. I've been running that word to death all week on these videos, man. What a shot by Fox. What a shot. You're talking about guys. Yeah, Anderson's going down. He has the whole net here behind him blocked. Fox put it right over here, right in the upper deck. That's what I'm talking about right there. Trust and believe, lethargic. Trust and believe, yeah. Tell you, Trouba, man, we really missed you when you weren't around, man. Bulldog, another cellar dweller accounted for. Bulldog's in the base. What's going on, Bulldog? Manav, going to eat my dinner now, Johnny and the other dwellers. Good night, Johnny and the other dwellers. Love you guys forever. Yep, Manav, we love you too, brother. We love you too, man. Trey, Joe Malone, 7 goals. Wow. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Texas, when the American Association played against the National League in 1884, Moses Walker played for the Toledo Blue Stockings. Just because the MLB was started in 1903 doesn't mean that anything before. I hear you, Texas. I hear you. It's just Jackie Robinson is known as they broke the barrier, hung in there, and the whole incredibleness behind him, man. Now, going back to that level, I can't answer that. I don't know. That Jackie Robinson is recognized as the man that broke the color barriers that came into the Major League Baseball, and he's a legend for it. So, what are you doing? Come on, man. Just stay on him. We had the goal. Hit a puck in their zone. Bruin, correct Trey. I missed a question. Bulldog, I read you. Let's go Rangers chant at PNC Arena. Right. That's what I want too, man. Panarin's second home. PNC Arena. Panarin's second home. Goudreau, save. No, he sent it wide. Bruin, I missed you in the NHL conferences and divisions named after people. Texas shouldn't be recognized considering team's history is recognized. I hear you, Texas. I mean, I hear you. I don't know what else to say on the topic, man. I hear you. I hear you. Going back that far, that's something that baseball would have to work out. Bruin, I missed when the NHL. Nathan, I just read that one, Bruin. Fleury keeps it. Marc-Andre Fleury, man. First ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest goalies in the game. 3-time champion with the Penguins. Come on, Fox, get another. Thank you for the history on that, though, Texas, because I wasn't even aware of what you're talking about there in 1884. But thank you for the history on that. I do appreciate it. Come on, Rangers changing lines. 13-18 left in the game. Rangers winning 2-1, but we're being outshot 27-12. Bruin, I miss when the NHL had conferences and divisions. Oh, remember that? Like the Patrick division. Yeah, I hear you on that, Bruin. Everything's changed like that. Giant Stadium is MetLife. I still call it Giant Stadium. I still do. Still call it Giant Stadium, man. Not MetLife. But there's a lot. Remember Jack Murphy Stadium? I mean, the Orange Bowl. All of it's changed, man. It's a new day. New day. Bulldog, I missed the Southeast Division. There you go. Trey, the Patrick Division. There you go. Nathan Bruin, I don't remember that as it was watching then, but I was like that back then. After this season, it should be the Bruins division, Bruin. Oh, man, the Bruins right now, like I said, man, it's going to be playoffs is a whole nother animal. So much. And Bruin, as a fan, I know you feel the pressure like, man, we really have to win this whole thing. You really have to. You guys got, well, shoot, the Rangers had the President's Trophy and got knocked out in 2012 by the Devils. They didn't have that record, though. You guys are about to go past the Red Wings and the Lightning record of 62 games. 62 wins. Big Bear, Fox. Yes, Big Bear. That was a hell of a shot, right? A great shot. Get in there, Igor. Come on, man. Save that. Beautiful, Igor. Get it out of there, Rangers. Wake up. 12:03 left in the game. 12:03 left in the game. Come on, let's go. We're putting the pressure on now. Keep shooting. That's right, Kako from around behind the net. Anderson, save. I feel like we're going to score here. Lafreniere to Harper. Harper cannot handle the puck, man. Get that puck out of his hands. Mr. Marine, Troubatrain, that's exactly true, friend. No one will break that record. 501 wins. That's amazing. No doubt. No one's going to break that, Mr. Marine. Right, I agree. No one. Mick, what happened to Geelong yesterday? Losing to Carlton? Carlton? A team who hadn't won a game since last July. I think it's because Geelong has some injuries, man, and missing Tom Stewart. Because they had that Ed Sheeran concert at the MCG in Australia, the field was really wet. Even Daconis went down. He went down without even being touched, but at least Daconing. I don't know why I keep calling him Daconis. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Even he went down, and Tom Stewart missing was really hurt on the defense. But Cameron went off for the Cats. He went off. He kept them in that game, man. They were down by 28 points, and they came within 8 points, and they missed a couple of goals that ended up being behinds that could have really made the difference for a Cats comeback. So they're the first team to start 0-2 since Hawthorn did it in 2009. You win the premiership. The next year, the last team that won the whole thing to start 0-2 was the Hawthorn Hawks in 2009. So the Cats are the second team to have that honor since then. And I think it's their first 0-2 start since 2015. Booyah! Who's doing their AFL homework? Johnny is. That's who's doing his AFL homework. Nathan, I think that said the Flyers are 1-11 in games decided in overtime. None of us in here like the Flyers, Nathan. and I know you don't either. We are not Tortorella fans. We're not Flyer fans. And we certainly are not Tony D'Angelo fans. No Ranger fan in here likes any one of those team or names that I just mentioned. So it's great to know that the Flyers are 1-11 in games decided in overtime. I guarantee you Tortorella is probably going to be fired. And Tony D'Angelo, they should just throw him out of the league. Bagger, Blues were too good, Mick. Yeah, what a game. What a great game, man. I thought I was really going to see my first real comeback, man. That was awesome. Texas, the good thing about MetLife is Snoopy. And the Snoopy Bowl every preseason, right, Texas? I got you, man. Trouba, Nolan Ryan, 5,700 Ks and 7 no-hitters. Hard to think. Yeah, that can be broken. 12 one-hitters, too, and 18 two-hitters. And those 12 one-hitters, like the 7 no-hitters for Nolan Ryan, he had, the other 5 no-hitters that were broken up in the 9th inning. Man, Nolan Ryan was the real deal, man. And he was started on the Mets. Yeah, that was a real deal, man. That's another record that probably won't be broken. Trey, you can call it the Bruins division, but Tampa has been to the finals 3 years in a row. Tampa is, I said it a couple streams ago, when the playoffs come around, watch out for Tampa. Watch out for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a new season when the playoffs come around, and Bruin even knows you draw the Lightning, man, that's going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out. Now, speaking of which, the Rangers are ones that can vouch for letting a team hang around because that's what they did in the Eastern Conference Finals. They let the Lightning hang around. We had a 2-0 series lead and a 2-0 lead in Game 3 and figured, that should be enough, right? I mean, we got the Lightning on the ropes. We let them hang around, lost that game in Game 3 and the next 3 in a row. Lafreniere, good defense by Carolina, man. Hedl and Lafreniere one-timer they were going for. Texas trivia, what pitcher with 5 wins in a season had 2 no-hitters that year? Wait, hold on. Trivia. What pitcher with 5 wins in a season had 2 no-hitters? Dallas Clark? I'm trying to think of like weird names that recently got no-hitters. That's a good question, Texas. True, I know Ryan had 3 in one season and also Johnny Vandermeer. Right, the guy's question is, if that's what you're answering, the guy only had 5 wins for the whole season and still got 2 no-hitters. 2 of those 5 wins were no-hitters. Wow. GB, no need to look at the notes. Impressed, Johnny. Yep. I told you, man, my brain is wired to sports. I wish it worked that way in a lot of other things. But this footy stuff, I can watch, it just resonates up here. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, that's it, man. I'm all in. I told you, that's my project. That's my project. I love all sports. My brain is just wired that way, man. So that footy stuff, I can pick that up without the notes. Like I said, I wish that worked in other areas. Bulldog, I like Tortorella for his energy. He's got energy. I'll give you that. He's definitely got energy. I don't know if it's always directed the right way. I was waiting. Trouba, I already see a name coming up, and I guarantee it's going to be a Tortorella comment. I don't even have to look yet because I'm still looking at Bulldog. Once I saw I like Tortorella, my Trouba's going to be in on this. I like Tortorella more than Trouba does, and that's not saying a whole lot, but I'll tell you what. Once I see I like Tortorella, I already know Trouba names coming up. I already know it. I know it. Michael, how you been, man? I know who you are, Michael. You commented a lot on the uploaded videos, Michael. Tortorella's a straight shooter. Wow, Michael, how you been, man? I remember you were in the comments a lot during the playoffs time, man. Hope you've been doing well, Michael. Good to see you back in here, man. Hit the like button. Anybody else in the basement that's new or hasn't subscribed yet, subscribe, bell notice, and like button. Keep this basement rolling. Keep it rolling. We're aiming for 5,000 subs. Trey Lincecum, he had a couple of no-hitters. Yeah, he was a flash in the pan. Tim Lincecum, he was a flash in the pan. Trouba, there it is. I hate Tortorella. I'm surprised he didn't put the hate in caps, but I'll do it for you. I hate Tortorella. For you guys to know, he hates Tortorella as much as I hate the Islanders, which I know Trouba hates the Islanders also. You guys always hear me smash and trash the Islanders. That's how much Trouba hates Tortorella. I'm not a Tortorella fan, but I don't despise him as much as Trouba does. Kansas State going to the Final 8 as they hit a buzzer beater to win. Wow, did they hit a buzzer beater to win? Nathan, thanks for the updates. That sounds like a great game there, man. Michael, also watch for the Avs. They're on fire just in time for the playoffs. And they got Alexander Georgiev, man, our former backup. That was a great pickup for them. Really good pickup. GB, Tortorella sounds like Johnny's pasta dinner. John Tortorella. But I hear you, man. That's tortellini. And I'm not having – good one, GB. I like that. Nathan, let's go Xavier. Oh, boy. Man, Nathan, you are big into the college basketball, man. Love it. Mr. Marine, Yankee Clipper 56-game hitting streak will never be broken. Who was the guy that came the closest? Was it Paul Molitor? I think Paul Molitor was the one that threatened it. Didn't Paul Molitor hit like 47 games in a row or 44? He was in the 40s, Paul Molitor, but I think he's the guy that got the closest to him. I think Paul Molitor, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Marine or Trouba, Bruin, somebody, I think Paul Molitor was the one that actually, came the closest, but I still think he was like 15 off or something. I think he got in the 40s, if I remember correctly. Texas probably knows that too. Who got the closest to Joe DiMaggio's hit streak record? This isn't a question. I'm sure it was Paul Molitor. Texas, Trey, the thing is real Lord Stanley Cup mug competition every year. Bruins and Coyotes. Love bringing up those Coyotes. Way back. I'm back in the basement. Wayback's back in the basement. Hey, Wayback, we're up 2-1. Rangers up 2-1 with 8:14 left in the game, even though we're being outshot 29-15. We just faced off in the Carolina's end. We're looking good, guys. Looking good. Virgil Trucks, 5 wins, 2 no-hitters in 1953. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Wouldn't have gotten that, man. Nathan, welcome back. Yay, great to have you. Trey, the Coyotes haven't had a good team since Shane Doan. Shane Doan. My gosh, man. They had Shane Doan. You had Mike Smith. Georges Larac was a traditional enforcer, was on that. Phil Kessel. I mean, the Coyotes are garbage, man. That is garbage. Shoot it, Kako. We need an insurance goal. One more goal. We need an insurance goal, man. Bulldog, sorry I wasn't the last. Oh, that's all right, Bulldog. Man, I don't expect you guys here. I don't make it every night. I mean, there's games I don't make. There's games I tell you guys I'm going to get on, and then for whatever reason, there's times I just can't get on. So I try not to post unless I really know there's a great shot of me getting on. Anyway, no problem, Bulldog, man. Michael, hey, JB, didn't realize you've been live streaming. Yeah, man. Been doing it for a while now, man. I started not at the time you were commenting on the videos. I didn't start live streaming till the end of July. Yankees is when I started doing that, Michael. So the minute I saw you and saw your profile there, I knew who you were right off the bat because I had you, Michael, and then I had Michael Jeremiah as well. So you were the two Michaels early in the run there that I recognized, man. I was like, I always thought you guys were the same person. It took me a minute to realize you weren't. So good seeing you back in here, Michael. Texas, it's okay, Trey. They still belong in the championship every year. The Coyotes. That's funny. 98-93, not to win, though. Oh, okay. It was a buzzer beater, too. Oh, I got you now. I got you, Nathan. All right, thanks for correcting me on that. Trouba, Tortorella has almost single-handedly destroyed Kreider's career. Amen. And if he had his way, Kreider wouldn't even be a Ranger today. Isn't that scary? That's scary, yep. And I don't even debate that. I don't even debate it. I don't argue it. That's right. Trouba's 100% correct on that. Can you imagine that? It's like Barry Melrose when he wanted to get rid of a young Steven Stamkos and that stupid idea of making him a head coach. I mean, he hadn't been a coach for years, and you made him and Stamkos, and he wanted one of the teams possibly being traded to was the Rangers. Can you imagine we had Steven Stamkos for his whole career on the Rangers? Oh, sign me up for that. Shoot it! Come on, Fox, get that! Oh, good defense by Carolina. Panarin had a wide open net. Good defense by Carolina, man. The guy stuck his stick right out there. Panarin had a wide open net. I didn't see who the defenseman for the Canes was, but great defense there because we were about to go up 3-1. 5:15 left in the game, guys. 5:15. Trey, they'll win the Stanley Cup once Austin Matthews joins them. But Toronto's going to throw Austin Matthews out. Can you imagine that? And getting punched to the Coyotes. Woo! That'd be like playing for the Houston Rockets or the Detroit Pistons in the NBA right now. Or the Spurs. Boy, did you see what the Spurs – talk about best meeting worst in the NBA. Did you guys see that score last night? The number 1 Milwaukee Bucks beat the worst team in the NBA yesterday. Bucks Rockets, what a game. What a thriller, right? They beat them 130-94. 130-94. Houston probably would have rather just forfeited the game than play it. Come on, man. The Rockets, but then again, the Rockets beat the Celtics. Isn't that great? Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Trouba, Rose had a 44-game hit streak. I knew that, but didn't Molitor pass that, Trouba? Didn't Molitor get a little bit more than Rose had? I could be wrong, but I remember Paul Molitor getting pretty close. Now I want to know what that number is. Pete Rose, man, hit machine. Speaking of guys that should be in the Hall of Fame, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's just ridiculous that he's not in, but Bud Selig is in. The guy that oversaw the whole steroid era. Bud Selig's in, but not Pete Rose. What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Paul was 39. Really, Mr. Marine? Wow, I could have sworn he got in the 40s. All right. Well, there you go. Pete Rose was no joke. Yeah, Bruin. Pete Rose was no joke, man. He should be in the Hall of Fame, period. It's disgusting that he's not in. And I know he didn't do himself any favors by denying, and a lot of legends were standing up for him. And I know the whole thing. He still should be in. People that want to see cool Pete Rose items, check out MLB section in the Discord. Thank you, Texas. Will do, man. I even impersonate our host. Texas, I'll be in there tomorrow morning. Man. I'll be doing the AFL with the fellas in Discord when my Brisbane Lions, right back there. You see the Guernsey. When I'm in there, man, it's going to be fun. And then I'll be doing my stuff after that. So I'm going to go through the other stuff in the Discord. I was so tired this morning. I didn't get a lot of sleep. So right after the game was over, guys, I went back to sleep for a couple hours. Usually I stay and do all my stuff on here, man. But when we were all done, man, I went back to sleep. I usually like to set up for the round 2 for the AFL, man. I just couldn't do it. I missed the question here. I see guys throwing out answers. I missed the question. Where's the question? Oh, come on, GB. You had to throw the Nick. Did they lose? Is it over? Come on, let me check this out. 4:24 left in the game. 2-1 Rangers. Hold on, Rangers. We're being outshot 29-17, and we're winning. Thank you, Igor. Yo, Frederick Anderson, the goalie for the Hurricanes, he's no joke either, man. The guy is a tremendous goalie. Like I said, a lot of people don't talk about the Canes because they don't have any flashy names. They don't have big names. They have great players, but not big. I mean, you could say Brent Burns maybe, but how long has he been in the league? Brent Burns, right? He's been in the league a long time. Do I even want to pull up the Knicks right now? Because that's what I'm doing. Knicks in this guy. I can't even believe. Trouba, Andrew Jones. Oh, boy. Andrew Jones. That's the question I'm trying to find. What was the question that you're bringing up Andrew Jones? He was the youngest guy at the time, right? That hit a home run in the World Series when he played against the Yankees in 96, right? But I don't know what the question was. I missed it. I'm scrolling back. Now I'm all over the place now. Someone tell me what the question was. You probably already answered anyway. Bruin, 100% agree. About Pete Rose? Yeah, Bruin, he should be in. It's disgusting. How are these other guys getting in and he's not in? It's really, really disgusting that Pete Rose, the all-time hits leader. Charlie Hustle, man, how is he not in? If you're going to start doing it's ridiculous. The guy had a gambling addiction. He had problems. Never really knew about it, man. You know what it is? This is my thing with the 2:39 left in the third period, 2-1 Rangers. This is my thing when it comes to the Hall of Fame. Personality checklist. There's a secret box on the ballots that's called personality checklist. This is my opinion because think about it. Think about it. Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, right? Pete Rose even, not the greatest guys on the planet to their teammates, to the media throughout their careers. It's well known, right? Weren't the greatest guys or teammates or whatever. Still trying to get in the Hall of Fame. All three should be in. Oh my gosh, save that. Get it out of there, Panarin. Come on. Here comes the pressure now. I'll get back to my point in a minute. Good. Back to Carolina's zone. Carolina has pulled their goalie. For the Aussies that don't know, when you pull your goalie, you're allowed 6 men on the ice. Them being down by a goal, it doesn't matter right now. They need to score to tie the game, so they got an extra man on the ice. It's like a power play without it being a power play. They got a man advantage, 6 men on the ice, so you can pull the goalie and stick another attacker on the ice. That's what's important right now with 1:30 left in the game. Carolina's scoring is more important than them giving up a goal. That's why the goalie is not – there's a wide open net on their end. Yes, you take a chance with it, but you have to. Time's running out. You need the extra attacker more than you need the goalie. Now, back to my point on those guys weren't very well liked, right? So we're not going to let them in. But David Ortiz, he also failed a performance-enhancing drug test, but he's a great guy. Yankee fans like David Ortiz. David Ortiz is a famous Red Sox that crushed the Yankees all the time in the playoffs and during the season. But he's got a hell of a personality. I'm not even being sarcastic. David Ortiz is like one of the most lovable guys. Well, he checked the personality checklist. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer because he's a hell of a guy. Clemens, Bonds, and Pete Rose aren't the greatest people in the world. So we're not going to let them in, even though David Ortiz also failed that drug test. He failed it too, but he's a hell of a guy, so we're going to put him in. See my point? It's personality checklist. The media has the gatekeepers of the MLB Hall of Fame is tougher than any other league out there. Oh, I didn't like Barry because he was mean to me back. I remember when I was a reporter and he was mean to me, so I'm not going to let him in. He did those steroids and blah, blah, blah. Well, so did David Ortiz and a few other guys that you're allowing in. So it's so hypocritical, it's disgusting. It really is. Guys, if I missed some of your comments during it, I apologize. You're used to it a little bit by now. So if I missed some, I apologize. Oh, my gosh, get it out of there. 1 minute to go. Carolina is all over us right now. Come on, Fox. Right now on the ice, we got our fourth line out there. Goodrow, Mott. Come on, Jimmy Vesey's out there. They're changing as I'm speaking. Forget that. Mika's out there. Now we're changing lines. I'll tell you in a minute. 40 seconds to go. Come on, Rangers. Hold on. 2-1. They doubled our shots. They have outshot us 31-16. And we're winning. 30 seconds left to go. 30 seconds left. Carolina again's got the empty net. So you got the extra attacker out there. That's why they're all over us. Come on, Rangers, just score on the empty net. I tell you guys, when we pull our goalie, the other team always scores on us right away. Right away. When the other teams pull their goalie, it's like we can't get down there to save our lives. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rangers win. Hey, what's fair is fair. The first place Hurricanes came to our house 2 days ago and beat us in Madison Square Garden. We go to their house 2 days later, and we beat them in their house. That's how you do it. You're going to beat us in our house, we beat you in yours. Hey, didn't we do that in the playoffs when the Canes said we couldn't do that then? Big Bear. Big Bear, LFGR. Amen, brother. LFGR. Big Bear. We got the Panthers on Saturday. It doesn't get any easier, guys. We got the Panthers on Saturday. It's another big game. Another big game. All right, guys, we're going to end this up, man. I got dinner waiting for me. I got pasta waiting for me, guys. You already knew it. You guys know it. Hey, all my Aussie brethren, anybody else, I'll see you guys in the morning. I'll see you guys in the morning for the Brisbane Lions versus the Melbourne Demons. This is going to be a great game. And from what I've always read up on it, this is a nasty rivalry, too. This is a nasty rivalry. I am looking forward to it. The game starts at 4:55 for me. 4:55 a.m. I know you guys, it's all nighttime. I'll be up. I should be right on there, man, by the start of the first quarter. So, guys, I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm going to crash because I got to get up and be ready for this game tomorrow morning. Big Bear, nail biting, but we took it, man. We took it. Big Bear, we took it. I know I'll see you Saturday for the Panthers and the Rangers. I think it's a 5 o'clock game, Big Bear. So we'll see you then. Brad, yeah, not a good result, Raleigh. Raleigh, please. I can't believe the Knicks lost to the freaking Magic. Come on. I'm going to watch the highlights. I shouldn't even watch them. Valix, another cellar dweller accounted for. Valix in the basement. Nikos, another cellar dweller in the basement. Nikos, were you in here and I missed you? If I missed you, I'm sorry, brother. I didn't see you, man, because I've been rolling and you know how it goes, Nikos. Thanks for supporting the channel, though, my man. I appreciate it. Raleigh. Raleigh, man, the Knicks. Well, what did we say? They're going to play down to the competition, of course. Big Bear, thanks, Johnny. Thank you, Big Bear. You're a diehard Ranger fan. You're always supporting the stream when the Rangers are on. I appreciate you as well, my friend. You have a good night. Mr. Marine, keep getting better every single day, Mr. Marine. You're getting better. On the 29th, next Wednesday, your release date. You get to go home, man, and be with your family, man. That's awesome. You keep coming along, Mr. Marine. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Mick, I'll give you one here. Barry Bonds should never get in the Hall of Fame if Pete Rose can't get in. I agree. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Pete Rose, all of them should be in. All of them should be in. All should be in. David Ortiz is in because he's a hell of a guy, but he's in the same boat as them. Cheated just like them. A-Rod is going to end up going in the Hall, but he may not be a first ballot Hall of Famer because he wasn't the most friendly guy during those times, but he should be in too. That's just the way it is. And on that, guys, Schnazzy, right when I'm about to go. Truba, OG Dweller. I'll see you on the next one, Truba. Thanks for all the great stuff and the funny stuff, man. Appreciate you, man. Texas, appreciate you as well. Pasta, I knew he was a Bruins fan. Oh, I don't ever go for Boston unless they play the New York Islanders. I'll be a Boston Bruin fan all day on that one. GB, thanks to Johnny. Enjoy the total. Schnazzy, man, welcome into the basement as usual, man. I appreciate you showing up. I'm out of here, guys. My food's ready, man. Felt like a playoff game, 100%. We showed true grit, winning this game. Igor at his best. Thankfully, Igor Schnazzy is coming around, man. I'll leave it at this. I've said it before. I'll say it one more time. Igor, I think, came out and put massive pressure on himself to match that incredible season he had last year with a 2.07 goals against average and a 938, 935 save percentage. It's one of the greatest seasons by a goalie in history, not the greatest, one of the greatest. And on that note, guys, I will see you guys later. Please subscribe, bell notice, like button if you haven't already. I'm Johnny Basement. I'm going to get something to eat now and take the basement mascot outside. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you later. Oh, and I am out. All right, now I'm out.